episode started, I think.
It's true. You can't do the same thing twice.
No, definitely not.
No, I can't do that. I watched all of Bill Nye Saves the World, and Bill Nye's a pretty cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
real quick, can we talk about there's a Bill and Ted trailer out?
Oh,
Yes.
did they put one out
There is.
finally?
Holy crap, I never
Yesterday or
thought
day
that was a
before.
thing that would actually happen.
Oh no, they confirmed well before the pandemic that was in the works.
So I know, but like I feel like I've heard that so many times over the years.
You
That's
just didn't
fair.
believe him. It's fine.
Right.
I mean,
right.
it definitely took them long enough.
But do
I
they
am
battle
so
the
excited
Reaper?
No, the Reaper's their friend.
I know, but they had to battle him first.
Just as long as you don't fear the Reaper.
Yeah, they don't fear the Reaper.
They have to do Twister
Station.
and Battle Station, or Battleship.
I don't care what anybody says, dude. Bill and Ted 2 was hysterical.
I enjoyed both of them.
Dumb and Dumber was not hysterical though.
No,
Agreed.
that was not
It
a
kinda
good.
sucked.
Not a good.
Never
Yo,
seen
that new Trolls movie was pretty damn good though.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoyed
actually
it.
pretty good.
I did not watch it.
So, if you watch the first one, you would
I
presumably
did
be
not
like,
watch the first one.
I
The
have
first
seen
one
the
kinda
first
sucked.
don't watch the first one. The first one is not very good by any means.
Okay.
So that's why, like, I watch it because of my son, right? So I'm like, okay, the second one's out. That'll be 2 hours of peace, you know. And
I
we
watched
put the
it-
second one on, and I was like, the second one is actually really good. It's got like a story to it, and it's got like some kind of lesson, and you know, it's really
Amazing.
really good.
Also,
I watched it because Justin Timberlake's a dreamboat, even if he's a troll. So
Oh, there you go.
Also, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen this years old movie, the fucking heart-ripping plot of Music Killed My Grandma in the first one is like, wow, that got dark suddenly, real bad.
music killed my grandma.
Music.
I hate when music kills my grandma.
Yeah, I hate when music kills my grandma.
I mean, yeah, it's true. In terms of media, I watched because it came out because it's now on Netflix. I watched Lady Bird for the first time, and I was like, "It's a movie." That was my reaction. I'm like,
So,
I know that part of
I've heard
California.
people love it or
I know.
hate it.
I related incredibly strongly to
I was
that
about
movie.
to say, you're going to because you're from that part of California.
I am, and
I know that.
I had that kind of relationship with my mother, and
Yeah.
I was in theater, and yes, 100% related to that movie very strongly.
I know
Right.
a lot of people who I had that experience. I didn't because I'm from Southern California, so it was a bit different. And also, I grew up later. I didn't grow up in 2002. I was 7 then. Like,
I mean,
Steve, you're so
I was.
young.
I know.
I was already an adult in
Butcha.
2002, but the experience was very similar to mine.
Yeah. I appreciate how accurate the experience was. As a movie, I was like, it's a movie. Also, Timothy Chalamet being an asshole is weird for me because the last thing I saw him in was The King. Which
I love
that's
Timothy
not.
Chalamet.
It's not that he's not an asshole in that. It's that he's a very different kind of asshole. Also, Timothy Chalamet is wonderful, and I am going to, no matter what happens, I will adore all of the screenshots from the Dune movie when it comes out.
Yes, I can't wait. Outro and I are both so excited.
I know. I'm taking you on a mandate to see that
Yes,
movie.
yes,
I'm
we are
gonna-
mandated.
I'm gonna.
It will
yeah,
be
it's gonna
wonderful.
good. So I have no idea what Lady Bird is, but speaking of movies that I feel like I should have heard of that I haven't heard of, my favorite movie of all time. Almost every time I bring it up to anybody, they don't know what it is. Place Beyond the Pines.
Yes, I know what that is.
That movie is so
On
fucking
Netflix.
good, but I feel like nobody has ever seen it.
It's definitely not a cult movie because that's a weird term for it. It is definitely an underwatched movie. I have seen it. It has Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yes.
Yeah, or
I've
is
never-
it Ryan?
I've never
Is
heard
it
of that
Reynolds or
movie.
Gosling? I think
It's Gosling. It's
I
Gosling.
have heard
Gosling.
of it. I
Yeah.
don't know what it's about though.
It has
It's
Ryan Gosling, in it.
and then the guy from 30 Seconds to Mars. What's his name? Adam.
Oh.
He was Joker.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Leto.
good call.
Yeah,
You know he
Jared
has a
Leto
cult?
and- I believe it.
Yeah, he has an island cult.
I believe it.
Sounds
Yeah, no,
about right.
it's a very good movie. I need to rewatch it. It's on American Netflix, I will say.
It's kind of sad.
Yes, but
Also,
yeah,
on,
definitely.
I'll just put that out there. The movie's kind of sad, but it's
also on the same vein of cult movies that I'm sure at least Rhys or Kelsa will also know. I made Shae sit through The Toxic Avenger.
Oh God!
There it is.
Love
I
that
don't even.
movie.
I
think
don't
you
even-
didn't say
Swamp
should.
Thing back in the day.
I
love
spent
it.
I spent the entire movie just leaning over to her, going, because it was the '80s. You see, anytime it was, why is that? It's like it was the '80s.
That is fantastic. Like
I love
that and Swamp Thing were just so good. Like I
Chud.
love Swamp Thing.
Chud was great. It was so bad, it was great.
I
Cannibalistic
I,
human underground dwellers.
I also rewatched it. I rewatched and got a very different impression of because it's been such a long time to rewatch it. Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah.
Wow, Starship Troopers is so good.
Starship Troopers. The CGI is still really good. The thing that struck me watching that movie, because it's like an over 2-hour movie, is very little actually happens in that movie. The first third of the movie is before Buenos Aires gets destroyed.
Yeah.
It's really weird when you're expecting like that to happen a lot quicker, and it's like, no, that doesn't happen till like 45 minutes into the movie.
The
It's
best thing
really,
about that movie
really weird.
is the first time I watched it, I was a child, and I had no idea the message it was trying to send. And then as an adult, I'm just like, this movie's just like
It's just a
literally how
propaganda
to engine
film.
a propaganda.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
like this
Well,
is how you engine a propaganda.
I mean, here is Robert Hyland's idea of a military-led society, because Robert Hyland wrote Starship Troopers, and his political ideology, which was half of the book, is terrifying.
Yeah. It's largely different from the book too, if I remember.
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
I read the book
all of the-
later.
My biggest memory from Starship
military
Troopers,
parts
and
is
I
very
honestly cannot remember if this happened in the first movie or the second movie, is it was the first time I'd ever seen an electric fiddle, and I was fascinated.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Oh, yeah.
There was
That's the
a
first
second-
movie.
That's the
That's
first
the
one.
first movie.
There was
right
a
before
second
the
movie.
There were 3 movies.
Yes, there were 3. Just disavow anything after the
Well,
first
hold on.
one.
Not only there are 3
Yeah.
movies, there are 3 movies and a show.
There were 3 movies, there's a CG show, and then several CG movies that are significantly better than the live-action sequels.
Really, I didn't know about the CG thingies. That's
Oh,
So
yeah.
I will say it's the same thing as Tremors. Don't watch anything but the first one.
Yes.
Tremors
very
2
true.
was good.
I just
Tremors 2 was so
remember.
dumb. How do tremors fly? A tremor is a shake in the ground. You can't have a flying tremor. Get out.
Evolution!
I only remember the movie where Dizzy died, and that made me sad because she was my favorite character.
That's
Yes.
Starship Troopers.
That's the
And-
first one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know which
Dizzy
one.
was great. Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah,
What's the first one?
responding to chat, yes, the movie is extremely satirical. The movie is and it knows it's a parody.
Also, outro, your girlfriend overrules you. Tremors 2 was good. So,
Nah.
your opinion is invalid.
But yeah,
thought it was
Starship Troopers is a very self-aware movie.
Yeah.
It's literally supposed to be like poking fun, or saying
Yeah.
the system is like ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, there is a big difference in terms of the like military parts between the book and the movies, because in the books they have power armor.
Yeah.
And like there's the mobile infantry are like elite infantry that drop with power armor and are like extremely scary.
They're actually a mobile infantry.
Yeah, they are actually mobile infantry. They are one of the inspirations for Space Marine, like 40K Space Marines and stuff.
Nice.
Because wasn't Starship
movie-
Troopers written in the 40s or something?
It's written in the 50s. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, I
The
wasn't
movie, of
subscribed
course,
to
it's just a
this.
bunch of people
Thank you,
with
Kelsa.
guns just running around and mostly getting murdered.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Also, just casual hand grenade nukes, because,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep, exactly. It's a whole thing. But yeah. Also, thanks everybody for vamping for a bit, because I had not had everything open. And
No
I am
problem. Also, side note, we called my friend dumbass for years after that movie.
Why?
the dude with the yellow hair that.
Oh God.
And we're just like, dumbass, put your hand on that wall. We call him my friend because he looked exactly like him.
That was
dumbass for
is
years
it
after
Alec
that.
Busey? It's Gary Busey's son.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
yes.
Gary Busey's son. I don't remember his name.
The actor's fantastic. I've actually seen him in other things like since then.
He's in
and he's always
Contact,
great, but-
too.
He's got a
right?
really big face. If that's a
Oh,
thing.
also
Yes.
that movie has a young Neil Patrick Harris
Yes.
Mhm.
cosplaying as an SS officer.
Yes.
So-
It's a young Neil Patrick Harris cosplaying as an evil Doogie Howser.
True. Also,
A
Kelsa,
little
you're
bit.
muted.
That's fair. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Neil Patrick Harris is half the reason I watched that movie.
Oh yeah.
And he's in it for like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like in it in the beginning for the first 10 minutes, and then for 5
Fantastic
minutes in the
scene.
middle, and then for the big hug at the end.
Yeah. He becomes
yes.
significantly more evil as the series goes on. So
Yeah.
Yes,
also-
to bear on the villain in chat, absolutely they use way too much ammo in that movie. And it's a very like 80s, early 90s movie where like they didn't account for ammo. So they just like shoot these machine guns for frickin' ever and never reload them. It's a very 80s type movie that way.
I
It
just
is,
love the
it is.
introductory scene where it's just like, the bugs are throwing rocks at us as we speak, and there's just like a swivel of a really crappy spaceship pulse cannon, and it just like shoots an asteroid while it's in Earth orbit. It's just like, great.
Oh, great.
It just looks so bad.
But otherwise, like the CG like actually like holds up pretty well. A
The
lot of
bugs
it.
look great.
Yeah, the bugs look great. Like the spaceship stuff generally looks pretty great. But like, yeah, there's stuff like that where you're like, ooh, 90s computer technology.
Mhm.
I mean,
Um,
even like 8 years later in Independence Day, you're getting some cringy CG. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, there's definitely stuff where it's just, like it doesn't hold. Like some CG holds up super well, and some stuff does not hold up well at all.
Yeah,
I
you
will
have
say,
some stuff from a few years ago that still doesn't hold up well.
oh yeah, for sure. Like on one side you have like Blade Runner, which holds up really well.
It's
And on the other
fantastic.
side,
Blade Runner's
yeah.
an amazing movie.
I would love to rewatch Blade Runner 2049 because
It's so
such a
good.
movie. It is. Such
I
a
actually
good
watched it with outro, and I think they just like gave up halfway through.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
watched
I
it.
watch it. I should.
I watched
It's
it
so
again.
good.
watch it.
I love it so much.
I watched it again at Nerd Fuffle's house, but the first time I watched it, I like fell asleep. I think I was like dead or something.
That's
after.
mood.
It's
It's
It
also
was
a
the
long
morning.
movie.
It was the morning after like a 9-hour D&D session, so I was
Oh.
just like,
Yeah,
Alright.
that is also very true.
Yeah, it is a long movie. To be fair, like it's a 2.5 hour movie. Like it's, yeah, you need to be awake for it. There was
Definitely
a what is that movie? There is a Robert Redford movie like that's really good. That is also really long, and I have watched it 4 times, and 3 of those times I've fallen asleep halfway through it. God, what is it called? It's like a heist movie.
So yeah, sadly, 2049 likely will not get a sequel because it did not make money. They actually
Yeah.
lost money on that.
Also, it doesn't. I don't think it necessarily needs one.
It doesn't
but
need a sequel. But
I
Which
I
one
think
was
there's,
that?
what?
Blade Runner 2049.
yeah, Blade Runner 2049. I think it's good for spin-off stuff. Like there was a there was an anime like prequel like short film that's really good that I recommend watching, which
The
explains
world
some of
Blade Runner. It's fantastic.
yeah.
isn't
it's-
the world of Blade Runner?
So
Is
good.
it the world of Blade Runner is a spin-off of the Aliens universe, or the
They're
Aliens
in-
universe is a spin-off of?
The
they're
second.
in the same universe
I've never heard
It's-
that
yeah.
before.
It's kind
Yeah,
of the
that-
second.
What?
because Blade Runner takes place before Alien is what happens, because Alien takes place further into the future, but they exist in the same place. Basically, what happens is Wayland Yutani and oh gosh, why am I going to the corporation Tyrell,
Yeah.
the Tyrell Corporation, take different approaches to how synthetic life works, and the Tyrell Corporation like focuses on Earth and eventually like gets destroyed. Sort of. It's complicated. And then Wayland Yutani focuses on space exploration, and they're like,
Never
we're gonna
heard
treat our
this. I love it.
yeah,
Wait,
no,
the
look it up.
Aliens universe complicated.
Yeah,
What?
wow. No, not the
Kidding.
Iceman Cometh There, and there's a different one that's like 15 or 20 minutes long. Anyway, we have a game to play.
Yeah.
That's not Blade Runner or
It's not
Aliens.
Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
It's not?
There
Are you
were
saying,
only
are you
two
saying
good
Blade
Aliens
Runner
movies.
games soon?
Alien and Aliens.
Look, if y'all want to play I had actually been craving playing or GMing Mothership, so you know,
Also-
short term, like 4 or 5 sessions, because I think Outro you can attest that that game does not like go.
Yeah, it
for
lasted
long.
8 sessions. Like,
Yeah.
unless you, I could have did a better job, but yeah. And
Also,
I think it's one
Saint,
of
you're
those-
roboting a bit.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
One.
I
moment.
mean, Outro, I think if you did a better job, it would have lasted less than 8 sessions.
yeah, that's fair. Good point.
Oh, I have 30% packet lost. That's why.
Oh,
Can't
packet
really do
loss.
anything about it.
Oh, reference.
It's gonna be real hard to jam a game like that.
Throwbacks.
Yeah, can we maybe change the server they're in?
The what?
Not Discord server, the like what we're connected to, the communication server. 'Cause we're on US East.
Do I need to change that?
I think so. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
Because you're the
Yeah.
You're the server controller.
yeah.
Where would that be? Where's the video?
I have no more packet loss.
Also, the cursor shows up on here, on the cameras. I don't know how to get rid of it on here.
My cursor or your cursor?
My cursor. So, like, on everybody's cameras, like, I'm picking Shae's nose right now.
I can't see
You
it.
should
but
have an
I-
option in OBS to not capture cursor.
Normally there is, and I can't find it now.
Weird. It should be
Yeah.
in property.
It doesn't show up on properties. What I have when properties opens up is the window capture method and then window match priority, and where the cursor option to toggle it off is now called client area.
That's
Bizarre.
weird.
And I don't know what that is.
I mean, we can live with the cursor floating around.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
but it's just kind of one of those things where it's like
The packet
people
loss was the
people
much
people
more
don't
important.
at me if you see the cursor moving across the different camera captures because sorry, there's nothing I can do about it.
Don't at me. We'll fix it.
I will look into that and try and fix it, but
Yeah, my internet seems to be fine, but I think how you do it usually is you have to like right click on the actual like voice channel, and you should be able to change it. I think. I know how to do it with just voice. I don't know how to do it with video. It's fine. But last time on Bloody Pearls, there were lots of fights. There were many fights. Everybody did fight.
everybody fights.
I think a lot of people got injured too.
Yeah, I actually got hurt.
I didn't die and then reverse fate.
Hold on. To bring it full circle, everybody fights and no one quits. If you don't do your job, I'll kill you myself.
Perfect.
God damn it!
No.
Would you like to know more?
Come on, you apes.
Rico's Roughnecks.
Do you want to live forever? Yeah. So last time, what happened? We had Iluka, who had a session before had been thrown out of the Ruby District into the Emerald District. Decided, you know what I
Right on
need?
cue.
You know what I need to do this? I need to get some opium. I need to get some poppy so I can make myself some laudanum. There we go. More
You know
laudanum.
what? Crime didn't work. I'm gonna go do some more crimes.
Exactly.
BK
Precisely.
do crimes.
Well, I don't think selling drugs is illegal. It's just I was doing it in the wrong place.
Yeah, look, okay, look. The problem wasn't whether it was illegal or not, it was whose turf you were doing it on and whether you had an agreement. That was the problem. The problem you did it on somebody else's turf and they didn't like that, so they threw you out of the district.
Yep. They roughed me up, threw me out of the district.
Welcome to cities that have organized crime. Territory is very important. It's almost like you do a lot of that in Blades in the Dark and Forge in the Dark adjacent games.
What?
Anyway, regardless of that, so went out into the Emerald District, went into the hills, found an opium farm with a very good survival check. I must say. Unfortunately, the thing you decided to do was try to steal the opium, which did not end well.
I rolled a die for that too. I rolled a die whether to like offer work for the exchange of goods and then steal, and steal was what came up.
Yep, and you got caught by some farmers, and You threw a throwing knife into one of them, and then they stabbed you to death, but not
Surprisingly capable farmers.
Surprisingly capable farmers.
Just
It
gonna
turns
say,
out-
rebellious peasants are fucking rough.
Yeah, it's true, especially when you don't wear armor.
What were they
You were
rebelling against? Getting robbed.
Getting robbed, yeah. I mean, they were rebelling against actual things, but we
I'm
didn't end up
still
beating
sad
them.
my elbow drop didn't actually work.
I am too. I am sad. I am also sad. But yeah, on the other, back in the city, back where things are happening as well. The rest of the group was, well, Creta got the piece of paper that says, yes, I am in fact the law again, from the judge. Hello, I am the law. I can beat your face in. And everybody else, they were doing stuff. They were trying to find some information, and then they got attacked by some brigands.
And then
One of them said stand and deliver. And then half the brigands got murdered.
We delivered.
Courtesy of Vice doing a lot of fighting and having a twisted ankle now.
I'm
And
very sad
Creta
about my twisted.
There's a
And
lot of
Creta-
twisted ankles.
and Creta being the cavalry and shooting and whipping some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Slayers coming in and her just being like, here, have this to the person who's in charge, and they're just like, yes, thank you.
I will take this, yes.
I will take this, thank you. And then taking the remaining brigands who are still alive away. I think one of the brigands was like grievously wounded, and you're like, yeah, we're not gonna kill him. We'll just leave him to the Slayers.
So we actually intimidated the hell out of him before we left, though, and was like, tell all your friends, don't fucking do this again, because we'll come for you.
Tell your
Oh,
friends
yeah.
what you saw.
Yeah, and that was when Hikeka got to be like,
Yes.
you fucked with a, well, not quite drowned one, but, you know,
A cultist of the Kraken.
a
Or,
cultist
excuse me,
A
the Leviathan.
Leviathan.
You
A moderately damp one.
made
Look.
some,
Moderately damned.
you made some bad choices.
Yeah, bad choices.
Yeah.
So
Kraken
Hikeka,
cultist
the
just
most
rolls off the
intimidating
tongue.
priestess.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
World's most intimidating priestess. Calliope.
Got
Did
stabbed a
you
lot.
get injured?
I
got
also
injured,
have
right?
a sprained ankle, yes.
Okay, you also have the sprained ankle. Which
I
we will have
technically
to
had
deal
the
with.
sprained ankle first. Vice was copying me.
And
It's
I am
almost like
also
really the same
injured.
thing.
Well, no, I don't have an injury, but I did get hurt in the battle as I
Yeah,
stopped
think
people
there were-
from feeding on Calliope.
yeah, we had 3 people wounded, which was good. I'm glad you were just like, no, I'm gonna intercede. Very in character. I like it.
I almost died.
But yeah, I think we left off last time with Luca waking up in a dark room and somebody being like, hey, I'm gonna monologue at you, maybe.
You've got me monologuing.
You caught me, you sly dog. You caught me monologuing.
Don't you
Unfortunately-
see my evil mustache?
You're gonna remember
Unfortunately,
this person's scent. For
maybe we'll see. Unfortunately, the person I originally had, the notes I had for them were on the diagrams.net thing that I had, and the diagrams.net is not working right now.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna have to make things up as I go. It'll be fine.
It seems like it's working for me.
What, making things up as I go?
No, diagrams.net.
Yeah, it's not broken for everybody, but there are people like myself who are having problems, and I have no way of fixing it. I cleared my cache, I deleted my cookies, like, nothing seems to be working, and I don't know what to do about it,
I
other than
getcha.
cry. Or I can try it right now and see if they fixed it, because they may have, but probably not. I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, no, they didn't. There's basically a thing that happens when yes.
I just wanted to say, who was it? Astani who drew the sketch?
Yeah, Sustaining drew this.
Astani?
Yeah.
Astani drew the credit sketch.
It's very good. It is not...
Yeah, it's not
Not
colored,
finished.
but it's definitely
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Staney does wonderful, wonderful
If
work.
you want to share it, you can send it over to Rindis and you can clap it on the screen.
I have
I
it
got an
in-
Iwuka. I got an Iwuka sketch too.
Yeah, it's all of these good sketches. I hope your characters don't die.
All these good sketches. Please don't
I mean,
die.
What I'll say.
irony
I
would
still have a
dictate
feeling
that we TPK
I mean,
once
it
they're
would-
all finished.
It's Zweihander.
It would be.
So
Yeah, the fact that none of you have died yet is a testament to how little combat, partly how little combat like we've had, partly how good in combat y'all have been. It's happened.
yeah.
So
It's like
There is that.
to be
last
fair,
session,
we
I was
almost
definitely
died.
like, holy crap, I definitely could have easily died there if that had gone
Mhm.
slightly worse.
yeah,
So-
exactly. Regan,
I did die. I just turned back time.
I would have been dead if I didn't shield myself before getting knocked the fuck out.
this is why you take drawbacks, so you're less likely to die
Mm-hmm.
or injuries, because fate points can also be used to ignore injuries.
This is why you make laudanums.
Mm-hmm.
This is also why you make laudanum. It's true. When you can actually get it, and not fail to skill and then get stabbed by a bunch of peasants.
Yeah, getting stabbed by a bunch of peasants wasn't on the objective, but it happened anyway.
Yeah.
That's moved.
But- Oh, I guess we'll start with that. I'm gonna have to make a name for this person and stuff because I had the thing and then, oh god damn it, get out of here. Yeah, okay, my internet. It should be fine now. It's going in between. This is what happens. I have this with my mask game too, which is why I do my mask game in US Central rather than US West because I have people it's like, and you're roboting or
Where
and
do
you're
I,
dropping.
where do I do the
just
thing?
play
with,
robot villains.
I think you right click on like Thursday. You right click on Thursday game and you can change it. I think maybe I'm not actually sure.
I think it's in the actual
Yeah.
like settings for the Discord.
It might be in the server. It might be in the server settings.
I'll look
Yeah.
into that while you continue
Yes,
describing.
Yes,
outro.
I will-
It is in the server settings. So
Yeah.
if you
Okay.
right click the actual server one, bring up the server settings. It's in the overview as soon as it opens up.
I got it.
Cool. Oh. Oh, well,
Ooh. Hey, thank you, Anonymous Cheer, for the 100 bits.
thank you.
Cool.
I'm gonna roll something. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Bits you can kid.
I'm making a name for somebody because I didn't have one already. It's fine. It's
We're
called the
going to U.S. Central.
Oop.
Oh. That
Eh.
okay. Oh.
Okay.
Hooray.
I just
Hooray.
reset. So we'll see if it works.
I'm gonna put this person's name in my own NPC notes and in your NPC notes because this person's going to be important for you, Outro. Or Luca, I should say.
Mhm.
I'm putting my notes. And then I will put him in NPC notes. So, you are in a dark room, tied to a chair. It's the classic thing where you can only see the silhouette of the person and like their two bodyguards. And he said that ominous thing that he said last time. And he walks down they walk down the stairs and up to you, and they light a match and put it in a lantern and illuminate your face and his face. This man is a man in his 60s. He's got like he's clean shaven. He has like salt and pepper hair, and salt and pepper hair, and I think he's got. Let's see. He's got blue, and he's got like ice blue eyes. He is distinctively Kiryarkov. So he's on the fairer side. He's like he's still tanned, but he's not dark like a Sadefi person is.
Gotcha.
And he's like his skin is like a little bit craggy. Like he's seen some action of some sort, whether that's military action or whatnot. But he's been through some stuff. And he's wearing like fairly rich clothing. Like he's got He's got a half cloak that's definitely made of some fur of some animal that's from the Empire, and he like his clothing is like nice, it's like royal blue, like a royal blue sash over a like a powder blue tunic, and he like leans down, looks in your face, just like, and in perfect Sidefi, he says, "Well, it's time to get working then, isn't it?"
I say in perfect Sailor Creole, I don't understand what you're saying. Even though I do.
Yeah, exactly. And
yes.
he chuckles. And he says in like kind of broken Sailor Creole, because he knows bits and pieces of it, it's like, "Then I will have to find a translator. Or you can cooperate."
This is Aluka we're talking about, though.
What? I say, what am I to do?
In Sailor Creole? Or?
I'm not changing languages for the foreseeable future.
Fair. Okay, cool. He's just like, he leans back, it's like, "If we're going to do this, I'm gonna need somebody else." And he looks at one of the guards at the door, just like, and says, "Do you know any of the Imperial languages?"
Me?
Yeah.
I know it was Sidefi and Kishtaran.
Okay, so you don't know any of the Imperial languages.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so he says in a language you don't know, something. He says like a string of orders, and the like guard nods and like goes out of the room, and he turns back to you and is like broken Sailor Creole. It's like, "It's going to be a time, moment." There we go. More appropriate wording.
I point at my injury where I got stabbed with a pitchfork and I say, "Ouch."
That will be dealt with in time, but first. And he puts a finger up. It's like, "You gotta wait a minute." It takes a little bit of time, but somebody else like rolls in. It's not like a person on the shore, so kind of scrawny, definitely looks like a sailor.
I have a really quick question for you. How much time
up?
has passed since my combat and this circumstance?
You have no idea. Out of character, I don't actually know.
Because I have nerves of steel.
Okay, you haven't been resting is the thing. You've been unconscious. Which is two very different things. They are different things. The book calls them out. I actually looked this up. The book calls it out.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's
Oh
standard.
no, I've been knocked out before, and as soon as I woke up, I felt like I got a full night's sleep.
Yep. So this like kind of short sailor shows up and like looks over, like speaks in this language again. And, the man like speaks back. It's like and switches to Sailor Creole for your benefit. Is like, "This will be our translator. Their name."
Okay.
Oh.
After they tell me their name, I say hello. Their name in Sailor Creole.
Yeah. I will get that because I didn't have a name for them. It's fine. Ooh, different language. Different language. Ooh.
This makes sense for a Sailor Creole.
Their name is...
Helios.
Their name is Aiden.
Okay.
They, them. Their name's Aiden. It's like, "This is Aiden. We are translator."
Hello, Aiden.
And Aiden nods. So you were asking, what do you want?
Yeah, what am I to do?
Yeah, and the, like, yeah, for our benefit, this will be Aiden is functioning as the mouthpiece of this person, this man.
Yeah, so we don't have to roleplay the relaying of it.
Yeah. So he says, "Well, what I need you to do is I need you to do a task for me. Perhaps a series of tasks. We're not quite sure which it is yet. We know that you're part of a group. A crew that seems to be looking into some activities that perhaps you shouldn't be looking into.
Oh?
So, we found you out in the Emerald District. You were going to go to you were about to be dragged to some rebels who don't look kindly on people snooping around in their fields. I made sure that you didn't get, well, put in a tribunal or whatever they do over there.
So now
Would
I'm
I-
supposed to be your lapdog. Or I
Oh.
say I'm supposed to be his lapdog.
Yeah, it's like, and he chuckles when Aiden tells him, just like, no, lapdog would be too much. What I need you to do is I need you to act as my eyes and ears. You need to make sure that I know about what your group is doing. Act as, I suppose you could call it, a spy. I'm sure you can do that.
I'm all in. I don't even.
Good, excellent.
I don't need to know anymore. I'm in.
Yeah, he puts his
Sign
hands.
on the dotted line.
Yeah, he puts his hands together, just like, perfect. I love it. So willing to, well, to do this. I was about to say perhaps something along the lines of betrayal, but really it isn't. You're doing what's smartest for you, and that's a virtuous thing, is it not?
I look around in the situation and I'm like, what options do I have?
Yeah, Aiden relays that, and he nods, just like,
I find that
Fair
pirating is the life for me and would be delighted to kill your friend the maggot.
fair enough. And he gets in close, gets in close, and like has Aiden like get close. It's like, know this: if you cross me, you will die, in very, very bad ways.
I say in perfect Sigefi, I haven't made it this far by being a fool.
He nods, and goes back to his own, like, it's like puts a hand up for Aiden, and Aiden like backs up. It's like, I'm glad we understand each other.
I'm not.
Good. I'll have somebody look at your injuries. It seems those farmers didn't do too bad of damage. Well, at least you were about to die, but
I cough and a little bit of blood comes out.
yeah, it's like you don't have any visible injuries, but internal bleeding is a serious thing. I have a chirurgeon on staff, so they'll come in and help you out.
What about my bag? Were you able to get that?
Yes, it'll be returned to you when you have left this place, which will all be in due time. So, you will get treated, and then you will be on your way. However, you won't know you're here, and I will have an agent contact you the next time, well, when you're out of here, I should say. Like, gets up. Oh, I am a busy man, so I'm not going to waste more of your time or mine.
I look
Have a good
forward to
day.
more pleasant interactions in the future.
As do I. And he turns and leaves, and Aiden goes with him, and the two guards depart. You are now left alone, tied in a room. Tied to a
I
chair.
fall the fuck to sleep immediately.
Excellent. Yeah. So I'm gonna make some healing checks. You don't have any injuries, which is good.
I don't have any peril. Yeah, I don't have any peril either, but I'm also I think I'm shaken, even though I haven't obtained any peril in game. I think I need to sleep at this point.
Right. No, that's
benefit of it.
Yeah, that's extremely fair. Okay. So what is your condition is at grievously wounded, right?
I am.
bad.
You had me drop back to seriously wounded,
Okay, good. I just needed to know for this.
and I'm not bleeding because I probably would be dead if I was bleeding.
Yeah, no, you would 100% be dead if you were bleeding. But luckily somehow those pitchforks stabbing you didn't make you bleed out, which is good.
It was more blunt force trauma.
It was.
There's some wide pitchforks.
Okay, good. So yeah, you will be going. This chirurgeon treating you. You go up from serious to moderately wounded.
Cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not gonna be able to do more because you can only do one healing test per 24 hours. For damage threshold things.
Are there still poppies in my bag?
Yes, there are. Because
Awesome.
they got you out before the peasants could the peasants could ransack your bag and probably sacrifice you to something. You don't really know.
We
You didn't
determined
get.
to go on 2, right?
Yeah, I think it was
roll
2.
for it.
Yeah, I believe it was 2. Of course, for you, the thing was like you don't know who these farmers were other than farmers,
Mhm.
and obviously.
Oh, I'm
you're-
not out for revenge. I'm smarter than
Yeah.
that.
Obviously, your new patron, whoever it is, he didn't give his name because he didn't have to.
I'm just the character in the party that deals with all of the shady people.
Yeah, I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're doing that. But yeah, you get a like kind of another person comes in, like probably like you wake up and she's there. She's been treating you like already. She's a Sadefi woman in her 30s. Like she has like a bloody apron. She obviously does like she's probably like if she was a player character, her career would probably be like barber surgeon.
Mhm.
Like she's got like the bloody apron and like a bag of tools with which of course one of them very conspicuously is a bone saw. She's like treating your chest wounds and like looks up at you and it's just like, so how did this happen?
What language is this?
Sadefi.
Okay.
He tripped and fell.
I say pitchforks. I tried to take a shortcut. The farmers didn't like it.
Right. You don't look like much of a farmer, so I'm gonna have to assume you were in Emerald District for some other reasons.
Oh, I got kicked out of the Ruby District for selling drugs.
You...
Smooth.
She just shakes her head. You should know better. I've checked your bag. You should know better. Anyway, these will be... You'll need more work, but I can't really do much about that. Some people are gonna come get you. You're not gonna really be able to see your way out. Just fair warning.
Burlap sack, got it.
I'm
She not.
taking these puppies as payment.
Yeah, it's like, I'll send you my bill.
I'll send you my bill. 5 gold. 5 gold
Oof.
cats. No, she's not like that. Also, she has to keep this on the DL, and she's being paid by somebody else. So
Yeah,
you're gonna have
but
to find
Luca
your
doesn't
own.
know that.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have to find your own doctor after this. But
I've dealt with a few broken words before. I'll figure it out.
don't get stabbed again. My professional medical opinion: don't get stabbed again.
Pro tip.
Well, it's good because my go-to saying, my lifelong goal has been to not get stabbed.
Good.
Don't get stabbed again. That'll be $32.50, please.
Yeah, she gets up and like packs her bag, just like I'd pat you on the shoulder, but I think that'd make you hurt more. Just
I
keep
flip her
on.
a silver as a tip. So thank you.
Yeah, she grabs it. Wow, tipping even here.
You're tied up. How do you give it to her?
Well,
That's the
assuming
thing.
that
Luca
if
was
I
tied
have-
up, but
if I
they
have
weren't
my
tied up.
bag, I'm not tied up anymore. I'm sure she can't, like, I can't be tied to a wooden chair and her be working on my chest. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
tied
Also,
by your arms.
also there are guards at the door. If they tried to escape, they would have a very bad time.
I break through the back window.
Yeah.
We established that Aluka is just entrapta, and they're not actually bound this whole time, but they are bound.
Probably.
Yeah, it takes the silver, like, flips it. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Pockets it, like leaves. And yeah, exactly exactly as you said. A couple of burly people come in, put a sack over your head. You can't see, and drag you out of here.
Shit, I just realized I tipped an unnamed NPC.
You did? Congratulations!
Quite
Give
well,
your money
too.
away. It's almost like it doesn't. I mean, I was gonna say it doesn't really matter. It does for you. Your stuff costs money. Yeah, so you get dragged. Like you hear voices and noises and such that you can't really identify. Before you are like pushed out. You pushed out into because you feel the wind onto a street, and you have the bag pulled off your head, and the burly people like turn around and go through a door and close the door behind them.
I look for a signpost that says to the Ruby District.
It's gonna be a little bit of a take some time before you get that.
So I look for the mountains, and then I start walking in the opposite direction of the mountains. At least the most opposite direction that the path leads from the mountains.
Fair enough. Yeah, you get out of the alleyway and you go to like the main, like the next major road next to it, and yeah, you look towards the mountains. You're like, okay, and you start walking towards the Lapis district.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Yep. For the rest of our crew, in the meantime, we got some injured people.
Yep.
What do y'all do about that?
I need to get my ankle fixed.
Yeah, who are you gonna go to? Well, I mean, you have somebody to go to. It's Calliope.
Yes.
But I also have been stabbed.
Well, here's another thing. You could try to go to Iluka because you haven't made the connection that she's missing yet.
So Calliope was actually with me when all this happened. So
Yes.
I was under the assumption that Calliope would be able to help me with it.
I will.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
trying to hoof it all the way to Iluka's hut from
Yeah.
where we are now. would
On
probably be
the
better
down
than
low,
what's-
Calliope will always strongly recommend not going to Aluka for medical reasons, and it will just be they are not a doctor. No, it's like.
Yeah.
But yes, I will heal anybody who needs it, and I will get my own injuries taken care of separately.
So how does that work?
Actually,
Oh, right.
I don't think I should because I have 2 skill ranks that are being ignored. Right.
You
now.
do.
So
Which only matters if you had multiple skill ranks, which you don't.
Okay.
But getting rest would also be a good idea because you're like the damage condition stuff doesn't get worse over time. Only injuries get worse over time.
Yeah.
So, but of course, injuries. The thing about injuries is, let's see. Both moderate and serious injuries can be treated successfully. Begin recuperate. Oh, okay. You can be treated normally if you don't have a moderate or serious injury. I think. What are the injury different? No. Okay. There's grievous injuries. There are just so many. There are 3 types of injuries. It's fine.
There are actually 4 types of injuries, sir.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
light,
No,
moderate,
you can't
serious,
get
and
you
grievous.
can't get an injury from light.
yeah. There are 3 types of injuries.
injuries,
and
not
there's
damage
wounds and
condition.
injuries.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 2 different things.
Okay.
You have to treat your injuries first in order to begin, before you can get your become less wounded.
Wait, before we go any further, I just need to point out that the slain condition on the damage condition tracker has an exclamation point on it. So like when you die, you're like slain.
Yeah,
You're-
slain.
It's supposed to be
Like the
high
dark-
impact violence. We gotta be
You
slain.
You play the Dark Souls death sound effect when
Yes.
it happens.
Yes.
Ring.
How does healing work when I have just lightly wounded?
You technically do a healing test and it automatically succeeds.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically Haikeka can go back and sleep in the church and get completely better.
The only thing you do need to do is in order to bind the wounds is you need to have a bandage.
And sleeping fixes peril, not wounds.
Yes. It's the whole thing. So yeah, you just
Right,
have to
well,
have a-
I
you have
meant
to-
like I need to do the healing test and I automatically succeed, so
yeah,
I guess so I need a bandage.
you have to have a bandage, yeah. In
How
order
much
to treat a
bandages
wounded
again?
I have bandages, but they were expensive. They were.
I think they're like
bandages are
3 silver.
expensive, yeah.
It was 5 silver, I think.
Bandage by the strip is 1 silver.
1 silver. I bought 5 bandages. That's what it was.
Yes.
That's why it was 5.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
The cheaper technically the cheaper thing is to buy honey and then have just random strips that you can use to make bandages. That's
How
the cost.
much is honey?
For 9 uses for a honey pot is 3 silver shillings.
I'm gonna spend 1 silver shilling on the bandage.
Okay, cool.
Nah.
So
And
I
then
am moderately wounded, so I need
I
to
will-
figure out how I can not do that.
I will automatically succeed the heal
I'm-
test, and then I will go home and sleep, and and no longer be imperiled.
How much
Yeah.
are cloths a
That's my
strip? Strips of cloth.
Cheap. I don't know what the let me look at it doesn't have anything in here. Opium by the seed pot is 1 gold coin each. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Ragged cloth by the strip is 1 brass penny. It's really cheap to just get random cloth.
I will get some random cloth and a honey pot, and I'll give those to Calliope.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in order to make bandages, you have to have heal as a skill. I think I don't remember, which you do, but yeah, there's a thing about making bandages that I don't. Oh, here it is. The more strips you wish to prepare at once, the worse the difficulty of the healing test is. Okay. You have to have a skill rank in healing, honey pot, strip a rag, and have 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. But for now, you have to treat injuries before you can get healed, I think. Recuperation. What? Oh. Right. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's actually you can do both. Oh no, you can do both. You can okay. You don't need to heal your injury before you heal your damage track. Okay, cool. So let's go through it. Let's start with Hikeka. You get a bandage, you automatically succeed. You are no longer lightly wounded. You go to the temple and just fall asleep for 6 hours or whatever, and you lose all your peril too.
Awesome. I mean, I probably don't apply the bandage myself because I don't actually have healing as a skill. But
that's something I can do though.
What's my NPC friend's name? The annoying one.
Oh. Technically, you don't need heal. You don't need the heal skill in order to do healing.
Okay, let me rephrase this. I have a slash on the arm of my dominant hand.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Somebody else to wrap this for me.
Uruk is
Uruk,
his name.
yes,
yeah.
It's Uruk. He helps me. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
the overly pleasant and weirdly morbid 20-year-old disciple. Yes, I remember him. Yeah, he'll help you out. He like binds it in your hand, just like, how did this happen?
Would you believe the brigands would attack a cultist of Leviathan?
No, I would believe pirates would.
I like look at this
They're
and I'm like, I
land
didn't die
pirates.
there.
Oh, well, I mean, it could be worse.
It always could be worse.
Leviathan be praised. So he finds that up. Yeah, and you go to the sleeping area and just crash.
Yep, totes.
Yeah.
I
Calliope and Vice. So, do you want to deal with wounds or do you want to deal with injuries first?
Yes.
Which one?
Both.
Well, we both have the twisted ankle, so
yes, I don't like wounds
Yeah.
or injuries.
I will say this. There important things for treating injuries. One, in order to treat an injury, you have to have a seed pot of opium.
Oh. Well, I have Black
It
Lotus.
seems like we should go rob the opium fields. That sounds like a great idea.
Roll
Just gonna
20s
feed
hiccuping
people to the. We're just gonna
Hey,
feed
don't
people
steal
to the
my
opium
idea.
fields. It's fine.
I can probably get my hands on some opium.
Other thing, you both have moderate injuries. The heal test just allows you to begin recuperation if you succeed. A moderate injury takes 1d10 plus 1 days to recuperate. We'll put that out there as well. So
Well,
y'all are probably gonna have
we are just
pretty
gonna be
shite
down for
movements
some-
regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I need to call my buddy the rickshaw.
you said it was 1 gold for opium pod, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For
jeez.
one.
That
You don't have to treat injuries if you don't want to. You can just treat wounds.
Yeah. Will it go away over time if we just leave it?
By as written, no.
That is so strange because you do just kind of like let a twisted ankle rest and it'll heal.
This is the thing about how they wrote injuries and like the type of injuries that are there. Because I agree with you. I also don't think it requires a seed pot of opium to fix a twisted ankle. But
Yeah,
Speak for yourself.
and see that's the weird thing too because like I get that the injuries are supposed to be not crippling, but what's the word? Hindering.
Debilitating.
Debilitating.
Yeah,
Thank
hindering.
you. That's yeah. But any lowborn person is never going to be able to afford that.
That's kind of part of the game.
Yeah, and like I get the peril of it, but it's like one injury puts you out.
I'm a low-born person, and I currently have 2 poppy pods. So what is their problem?
The other thing here is you can suppress the effects of an injury by tinctures.
Tinctures are the same price as an opium poppy.
Oh, well, there you go.
Odd.
And they take it. If I'm to make one, it expands 1 poppy pod, and it takes 10 hours to make. 1d10 hours.
That is odd if it costs the same and does not do the same effect.
I would like to. I'm gonna go actually check what the other injuries are because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
What like the other injuries are supposed to be.
So, while you're doing that, that being said, I have enough where basically I can spend the rest of my allowance to heal Vice. My having a movement penalty as, a healer is not a super problem for me, but he needs to be mobile, so I can pay for his and then I can just hobble.
I will say the other to put into context the other moderate injuries. The other moderate injuries are things like a black eye, bruised ribs, dislocated shoulder, hyperextended elbow, jammed finger, pulled muscle, rattled brain, sprained wrist, and strained groin. I just
like that jammed finger is going to cost you 1 gold to fix.
It's going to cost you 1 gold. Well, this is also an important thing of like having networks is an important thing of like you can go to somebody and be like, hey, hook me up. That being
said, you bring up a valuable point. Is the custodian church able to float us some opium?
They might be.
They may be able to just heal you.
Yeah, they might be. Like you do have your mentor, your senpai, basically.
Time. You know what Vice's new goal is?
What?
Medical reform in the world of Zweihander. Because these medical prices are ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, overthrow the system.
Universal
governmental healthcare.
I will ask real quick, Saint. Is there a problem if I off-screen buy 9 ragged cloths and a honey pot?
No, there is not.
Okay.
As long as you spend, as long as you spend the money, you can do it. Because you are in a city that is a merchant republic. You can certainly find those things.
43, and I spend 3, so 6. I have 6 silver shillings and 43 less.
I understand why they did it because they wanted to just put a generic one for all types of injuries because the serious injuries are things like fractured larynx and head trauma.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it is a little ridiculous. We could rule it that like you could just be like, yeah, you take some time, but like it takes a while.
That's all right. So then I will be taking Vice to the custodian temple because that would be the logical place to go.
Yeah,
injured.
Totally. Yeah. And it's Augur Shemin is your superior. That's right.
Yep. He has several shamans packed into one being.
Shaman. Well, the thing for the custodian is you would well know. Like you have heal. Obviously your church is not specialized in healing.
Mm-hmm.
That is the church of the it's not the Mercy. It's the I forgot what her name is. She's like the one deity who is just straight up benevolent compared to everybody else. Everybody else is like can be kind of dicks.
Rub some dirt in it.
Literally, everyone else is like rub some dirt in it, and she's like, no, actually help people. The martyr. It's the martyr. I was close. The martyr is the one who where their people are actually dedicated to healing people. But the custodian, healing, obviously, and people have to die in the right way. You know.
You have to.
That's
you have
part
to
of it.
make the corpses presentable. Before.
Exactly. Yeah, don't desecrate graves and stuff. Bad. But yeah, you take yourself and Vice to the temple of the custodian. And again, you lead them into the back room where Augur Shemin is this time's not working on a corpse.
Good.
This time they are just doing some paperwork because it turns out death in courts means lots of paperwork. They look up and just like, Calliope, welcome. Who's your friend?
This is Vice. He is, as you said, a friend. We ran into some trouble out in the Ruby District, and we were bugged. I was bugged. Vice here intervened on my behalf and gave them a reckoning, and we're both very injured.
So just for my sake, are you trying to mislead them with saying the Ruby District? Or
We were in the Ruby District, weren't we?
I thought it was
Lapis.
in the Lapis.
Lapis, excuse me.
Yeah.
That
I
other
was gonna say
precious
that.
gem district.
It's almost like they're almost all precious gem districts.
Yep.
Almost. Yeah, no, I figured you meant Lapis and just didn't remember.
Yeah, I
Which is
genuinely
fair.
thought it was Ruby.
Oh, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
I preferred
Um,
Sapphire, but yeah.
They're both good. Please. Yeah, they know. It's like, so what seems to be the ailment in this case? Obviously, a little bit of roughing up, and like looks over the both of you. What's your damage condition right now for the both of you?
We are on the same, and it's moderately wounded.
Oh, it's only moderate. Okay.
Mhm.
Because there is actually descriptions for like what it generally looks like for like the different damage conditions.
Yeah,
which is
we're
good.
both moderately wounded. We both have a twisted ankle.
Moderately wounded. You have moderate bruises, cuts that require sutures, and lesions that may threaten infection. You're not dead yet. You're suffering in pain and likely won't make it on your own without the aid of a physician or barber surgeon, which is interesting considering a healing test is not actually that bad for it. It's a routine heal test.
Calliope especially looks like she's much worse off because the bleeding was magic fixed.
Yeah, exactly. It was magic fixed. It was magically sutured together, but you still look terrible. Yeah, they look over to you. It's like, okay. Well, you seem to be both. You seem to be limping. I think I can do something about those. But, Calliope, put your arts into use.
Of course,
Your friend.
I can do most of the work, but we just needed a bit of assistance.
Right.
I'm not
yeah,
made of money after all.
The custodian provides, and so I will. So they will treat y'all's injuries. I will do the healing test for them. I'll do the healing test for them.
I
if they
will
have it.
assist.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
a call in reply for the custodian is the custodian provides and taketh away.
That's
Like,
nice.
and taketh away is the return.
Perhaps. I don't think that's
I mean, they deal with dead bodies.
They do, but they don't like the provide part is more just like a thing of like this is what's happening right now, because their thing is usually just we take away the corpses. We don't give anything back, and we don't necessarily give anything back in return.
Yeah,
It's not
we just do the cleanup.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll assist.
All right, so this is going to be for you.
Okay.
So this is a routine test for them. Of course, I can't put like a damage or like a threshold because I don't have NPC sheets like that. So,
Yeah.
63. So you're gonna need to roll. You can roll as well.
Any difficulty rating changes?
It's routine, so plus 10%.
Routine plus 10. Back down to heal. Boop. Oh, well, all right.
That's not good. Yeah, I think you're gonna start recuperating. So roll a d10 plus 1, and that'll tell you how many days it'll take to recuperate.
11.
11 days. Good job.
Yep.
Wow.
Better me than Vice.
That is rough.
Yep. So this one is for Vice. Oh, that's a lot better.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll assist too, just in case.
Yeah, just in case you get that 4, so they can get a crit.
Oh,
Oh, that's bad.
I am
That's
I am not on a good start today. Hey,
At least you're only helping.
yeah, at least I'm only helping. I won't spend a reroll for that. I will just be useless for this.
Yeah.
I think the way that this reflects is she is just dramatic about all of it.
She's very, very injured. That's what I was thinking too. And it's so funny. Like I just see like her holding things for the priest and is like handing him things, and just like punches me like
Yeah.
stop helping.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
just
The augur just shakes their head, just continues on their way. Vice, roll a d10 plus 1. Let's see how many days it takes. It's going to take you to recuperate from this ankle.
I'm calling 2 days.
Should it be -1 since it's successful instead?
No, this is if it's successful. If the thing's unsuccessful, you just don't start recuperating.
Yeah, you just don't recover.
Yeah. 4 days. Okay, so 4 days from now, you'll no longer be hobbling everywhere.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
So now we need to treat the moderately wounded thing separately.
Oh
Yes.
no!
The damage threshold thing is separate, and that one, the augur leaves to you, Calliope, because they're like, especially after you free it, it's just like, you get to do the rest of it yourself. You get the room for 20 minutes.
So like, what is their? Do I call the priest like father or
augur?
Like, what augur? So I say thank you, augur.
Yeah, they know. It's like, it's good to finally see one of Calliope's friends.
Definitely not embarrassed of them. Not this one. He saved me.
Not this time.
I would
they.
Oh, we don't bring a
Yeah.
Luca around at all.
They leave, and you are left the room for as the amount of time you need to try to do healing on both of you.
Yeah.
So this is also routine healing tests.
Yeah.
Both of you. So you need to tell me which one you're doing first.
I'll do Vices first. Also,
Okay.
Packet Lost Callback would have just wiggled eyebrows at face and been like, yeah, we can do 20 minutes. Alright. Hey!
Hey, I'll take
There we
it.
go. All right, so you move up from moderately wounded to lightly wounded.
Sweet.
You'll be able to do another one in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good plan. Glad to be part of it.
Alright, now here's where the critical fail will come in.
It'll be fine.
Hey!
It'll be fine. What did I tell you? Okay, on a crit success, you move up
it's
2
two
steps.
step. Yeah,
Yeah, you
two
move up
steps
2
You're
steps.
like, my ankle's busted, but wow, the rest of me's great.
Yeah.
You cannot be. Wait, so recuperation. Wait. Oh no.
Wow,
okay.
the way you put my organs back inside is really.
So which one moves up 2 steps? Damage or peril?
Damage.
Okay. So I
Oh
will
yeah.
be-
Perilous.
Okay, I was right. I didn't read this part. You cannot recover your damage condition track if you are suffering from injuries that have yet to be successfully treated, which is what you did. I need to remember. And resting never allows you to recover from damage unless you have a trait or talent that indicates otherwise.
Okay.
So
I go from moderately to unharmed then?
yes, you do.
I
did a
would like
really
the
good job
Wolverine
healing
talent, please.
I think there is one. I
that's awesome.
think there basically is one. I don't think it's
I love
called
it.
that, but I think there's something along those lines.
Just get like shot in the head, and you're just like spitting the bullets back out. You know, like it's fine.
Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, but there's some talents out there that allow you to like actually heal better because otherwise it's rough.
Yeah, no joke.
Which is why armor's really important because you get less injured when you have armor on. Subject of armor. Hey, Kreta.
Yes.
What are you doing while everybody's getting healed? Everyone's trying to not die.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
after I make sure everybody seems to be relatively alright, I would like to take the wanted poster
Okay.
and cash that in.
Yeah, totally.
money.
Let's talk how much cash money you get for this wanted poster that they were carrying around with them because that's what
Super
some criminals
convenient.
do. Yeah, it's extremely convenient.
Hey guys, I don't know what it says. I have a picture though.
This can't.
I made you a
This
real
can't
good
stop
picture
me.
of
I
you.
can't read.
Look at all these digits. I don't know how expensive I am, but I look
Uh.
pretty expensive.
Yeah, look at me. I'm so expensive.
They could use it as an intimidation tactic, like, "Look, I'm wanted. Give me your money."
Yeah.
That is exactly.
It is
why
actually
it's
like a common
figured
thing
out.
for like outlaws to be excited about like how much they're worth.
It-
So
it-
like
yeah.
them
It's
having a
the-
wanted poster isn't like the farthest thing from.
It's the
you know.
cantina scene from Star Wars where
Right.
they openly brag that they have the death sentence on 12 systems.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, precisely. God, where? There is a thing for wanted posters, like how much generally people are, you know, how much they are for. Otherwise, I'll just make it up. It'll be great.
Mhm.
General services. Bribing a guard is 1 gold coin. Wow. Damn.
Wow.
Dang.
Guards be expensive these days, man.
I know.
We need to start making some damn money. Like, holy crap!
I love how
I need to get Vice's ass out on the corner.
Bribe a doorman is four brass pennies, but bribe a guard is 1 gold coin. Just big difference. Distract beggars, 11 brass pennies. See, look at all these useful things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, drafting a will is 3 gold coins. Fun.
I mean, if you
Leave
have
all my
something to
money
like
to my
give
dog.
away.
Shaving a haircut. Oh, shaving a haircut's pretty cheap. Actually.
It's 2 bits.
Oh, a physician's visit is 9 silver shillings. Here we go.
So Luca, underpaid.
I'm not a physician. I'm a chemist.
No, you
pay
underpaid the
physician.
person who helped you out.
Well, I didn't need to pay. I just needed.
Yeah, you didn't need to pay. It was just a tip. It's true.
It's always just the tip.
It is always just the tip. There might not be a thing for this. I thought. Oh, there was. Oh, this is to buy a wanted poster, not how much wanted. A wanted poster, for those wondering, is 2 brass pennies. So I'm gonna have to make up how much money.
How dangerous was this individual?
Yeah, how dangerous was this individual?
These individuals.
Yeah, you captured 2, I think, if I remember correctly.
We did.
Let's put it in. Let's make it silver shillings. I'll do
A D10.
I don't know, 3d10. Let's do that because it can be a variant. Very
Also, while we're nice.
good.
Also, while we're deciding what their price was, what were their crimes?
Ooh, good question. So that's gonna be 24 silver shillings. One of them is definitely grand larceny. That's a good one. Grand larceny, assault, resisting arrest,
Counterfeiting.
Indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure. Jaywalking.
jaywalking, yeah, jaywalking and murder.
Tickets.
You know,
Littering in the bay.
no, the primary things are like assault, grand larceny, disturbing the peace.
For some reason, when you said
arrest.
counterfeiting, my first thought was that the wanted poster itself is a counterfeit, and that's what I'm wanting for counterfeiting.
That would be what a counterfeiter would do, though.
There is definitely a member of the Rollers who forged their own wanted posters to see what people would do. They definitely did that as a stunt, for sure. Which is why a lot of the authorities don't like the Rollers, because they do stuff like that. But you know, they're the ones who have most of the printing presses. So
I want to talk about how Creta just got a gold and 4 silver.
I mean, she did her job.
That's
grand
that's a
larceny. Grand larceny.
That's right. I did my job.
Yeah, she did her
thieving.
job. She can actually pay for opium.
You can pay for the drugs.
Oh.
They are
Yeah,
medical
so
drugs,
there
not
was-
drugs, so.
One other thing I was considering.
Okay.
I'm probably like sitting down somewhere shoot, it's been a week.
I think
Who are
Bye.
you?
No, Haikeka's
Quietly.
sleeping.
Maxim?
My mercenary group.
Oh, the Slayers?
Yeah, with the Slayers. I'm probably sitting like kind of in the same building, and I'm looking over all 4 of my pistols, and I'm like,
Yeah, one of
Just speed cleaning 4 pistols.
yeah, pretty much.
One of them comes up to you. You recognize the one with that had the musket comes up to you, and they have like the musket slung over. It's just like, you really gonna keep all of those?
Yes.
Thinking about it.
You heard, then they're speaking Karyakov to you because of course
Yeah,
they are.
same.
Yeah, it's like, you heard about that pirate, right? The one with the 6 pistols.
Damn it! I need 6. I need 2
Need
more.
7.
My advice though, just keep 2. Keep the charge and the powder. You don't need 4. Of
That's
course it's
fair.
set.
Mm.
But it's like, you're not gonna be carrying, or you may not be carrying around 4, but you can always have 2 stashed somewhere else.
Forget the pistols. Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
They're also worth a lot of money.
They are worth a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like, they are.
could
I would
start
recommend, if you're going to sell them, probably the Charcoal District. Wouldn't want to do it here.
working-
Too many pirates.
Well, you're a specialist in firearms, yes?
Yes, I am. Just like taps the musket. Just like it's been with me for about 10 years now.
Impressive.
Take good care of it.
I'll keep working on mine. I'll give you 2 for a discount then.
Oh, it's just like how much you're proposing?
Buy one get one half off.
Let's see, they are 20 gold, I think.
A pistol? Yeah,
Yeah.
let's check.
Because-
Yeah,
flintlock
that's
pistol.
expensive.
Yeah,
Pistols
weapons
are
are expensive, y'all.
No,
I should
Holy
have fucking
fucking
picked those
pistol.
things
Yeah.
up. Holy crap.
20 gold, so
Oh, flintlock is 20 each. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'll think for
There's
a
some
minute.
opium pods right there.
Mhm.
13 gold for both.
For both.
Oh no, for the price of a gold each, I'd rather get my ass kicked every time I need some poppy pods.
15 for both is what you're saying? They're just
They
like
said 13.
13. Okay. What did you? Can you say it again?
13 for both.
13 for both. Okay. Yeah, they just like razors. Like, you know, I don't have that money, but I know somebody who does. They're in the
I
building.
work
I'll
for
go
a
get them.
living.
I haven't been paid yet this month.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yes. You kind of claimed the bounties, so
Mhm.
there is that. But I know somebody who will. Let's give me a
Oh,
second.
you know what? That's fair. 50% then. 10 gold. Just
10. Okay, sure. Yeah, I think I have that. And then it's like, give me a second. Like they go rummaging through their pack, just like, okay, and like take out a big. It's not gold because they have mostly silver, but they put it down. It's like this should be enough.
oh, fantastic.
This is when the episode turns into a little chibi animation where Iluka, like tiny chibi Iluka, walks up to normal sized Krita, pulls on her robes or whatever, and says, "Can I have?" and is holding up a mango.
No, the answer is no. The answer is you're not here. Okay.
That's why it's in chibi form, because it's not real.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna give this person a name because they will now introduce themselves. Their name is. Oh, their name. Okay, good. Their name is Ivy.
Greta.
They use they/them pronouns. It's like they like take the 2 pistols and like weigh them, just like, well used. You can tell. I haven't done maintenance on these things in a while. I'm surprised they even shot, to be quite honest. Well, I'll just need to get some oil and, make sure they're not actually rusting.
I tried to clean them up as best I could, but you would know better than me.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate it. I will probably only carry one of these around with me.
Well,
Got my own
that's
deadline.
20 extra gold for you then.
True. I don't think I'll sell them. I like having these weapons. But, if you need some help, you need some fire support of some sort in the near future, hit me up. My name's
Of
Ivy.
course. Hey, I made a friend.
Yeah, got a new friend. New Slayer friend. Just
We don't have
remember...
enough NPCs.
Yeah, as if we don't have enough NPCs, it's fine. It's like, just remember, I'm usually around here, so if you need me, you know where to find me. And don't try to cash in the favor when I'm on job. You know.
Sure, not a problem.
Maximin will be angry if that happens.
Oh, shit. He's going to be so upset when he finds out that, that Vice got a twisted ankle.
Yeah, it's just they just like lean just like, then don't tell him. Nobody has to know.
So many
know what?
He
get
likes
flowers.
Maximin when he's angry.
You know what? I think if I get an axe signed, maybe it'll cushion the blow.
Look, you know better than I do. You're the one who's friends with Vice. I heard a lot about that. You know, actually, I was at the fight. It was a good
Oh,
fight. good one. You did quite well against that mercenary, whoever it was.
I'll be honest. That hurt like hell.
I feel that. I'm not usually one for, bare knuckle.
I usually prefer access.
Look, you get to stay up close. I'll be over here. It'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Anyway, have a good rest of your day and have. Well, you got yourself a little bit of payday, didn't you? That wanted those. Why they would be here of all places when this is pirate territory and our territory, I just don't know.
They're land pirates. It's fine.
Yarr.
Yar.
Well, now they have some distinguishing features. There's still 2 more out there. I might have to go searching for them at some point.
Well, if you have the descriptions, be sure to tell our attendants. They'll record that as well.
I'll spread it around.
No,
And yeah, I'll
good.
give descriptions of
The other two
the others,
that
yeah.
ran off. Yeah, they'll take it down, because they have like, as Ivy said, they have attendants, and the attendants they do a lot of the writing because a lot of Slayers can't read, obviously. You can't read, they
Nope.
can't either, but they have people who can read and write, and they do all of that. Hey, you go and tell them. It's kind of like having a police sketch artist. It's like that sort of thing. It's like you give the description, they write it down. In this case, and maybe do art later.
So they can make awesome wanted posters.
Yeah, exactly. Wanted for the crime of crime. I don't
That's
know.
very specific.
Yeah, very specific. The crime of crime. Look, sometimes you just don't know. You just know that they did crime.
It's
They
a
did
crime
crime.
of passion.
They
Some
did
crime.
the crime. What crime? That crime. Crime. Yeah. So I think now is a good time to take a break. Actually, we're about at that time.
Yeah.
Even though we spent the first half hour talking about movies,
It's all right. Movie time.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, so
Just
we will
in
be
time
back.
for a break.
We'll be back for the reunion of the group the next day, because that's definitely when y'all.
Has anyone seen a Luca?
How many days do we sometimes go without seeing Iluka, though? Like,
I think we went over this.
Not
I think
maybe.
it's a
established like 24 hours is normally the max.
like Vice is usually more likely.
Guys,
No,
guys.
You can go a while without seeing Iluka. It's just you don't see her vanish mid-mission very often.
Yeah.
I can afford a Zweihander.
Hey, the name of the game.
It's come full circle.
we did it. Roll credits, everybody.
We're done.
Yep.
I want the effects of a Zweihander, but I want to get an axe.
So get a Dax Zweihander.
There's a battle axe or something, I think.
There is, but it
Standard.
doesn't have the reach or the punishing.
Oh, that's a little
Shae.
disappointing.
Shae,
Oh, that's because
lean back a bit. You're cutting half your face off.
Sorry?
I'm just letting you know.
I can adjust the camera.
that's because battle axe is one-handed or two-handed. By-hander's only
I
two-handed.
feel like if anything should have punishing, it should be Krenna's whip, like, all dominatrix and shit.
You can also go check in main Gauche.
Nobody knows about my part-time gig.
Moonlights is the dominatrix.
Yeah, so shall we talk about that?
Where does Krenna get all this gold from? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Selling pistols to her fellow mercenaries. Definitely not anything else.
Stiletto.
I thought. I was gonna say I thought it was just from Calliope, but
I
that's where
used
I get all my money from.
I used to have all the money. Now apparently it's the Slayer.
Look, you just gotta go and do priestly services and make money being a priest. It's fine.
Shit! I need to go.
It's okay. I can make 2, maybe 4 laudanums if I critically succeed twice.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
talk.
wow.
Let's talk about my
But
rich
I
person
can't- I
allowance.
can't
I'm gonna
make
need that
bandages.
forwarded.
Wow, initiate priests make nothing. Initiate priests' wages are 2 brass pennies.
Yes, but I'm rich.
True. Okay. If they have at
Mercenaries
least
make
one skill rank-
35.
Interesting. I'm like looking at this stuff because it's interesting, being like, oh, if they have at least one skill rank, they are also guaranteed a poor meal and cheap lodging by practicing their trade.
Hell yeah.
Interesting. As long as you have a skill. Also, the more skilled you are, the more the payment goes up as well.
So I'm not going to do that in
No,
the poor district. I'm going to go do it in the richer district where I can guarantee some actual
Yeah,
money.
we'll talk about that after the break. Let's
Yeah.
take a break. Everybody.
Break time, everybody. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, give or take. So stick around for more Zweihander.
Zweihander.
See, I had thought we were already on a break. We were just
No, sir. Now we on break.
Cool. BRB.
Yeah, I guess I'll be RB as well. I think he may be doing a thing. Or is muted. It's gonna be funny. Luca's gonna come back and like the entire time she's going to be sitting there with like a notepad. I think I have a plan. My plan involves Noria, but I have a plan.
All right, Dutch. I have a plan, Arthur. Nah, I understand. Involves Nuria if you can find her.
Yeah, no, I need to find the Noria.
Mm-hmm.
My friend. I'm going to double agent this shit.
Yeah, on that subject. I mean, we need everybody to come back first, but yep.
No, I was going to have her be around me more often, so when this person comes to collect the information, they can steal that person's face, and then be the middleman for what's his guy? I forget his name or their name.
Who?
The one who interrogated me in the room and was like, "You don't do the stuff."
You don't have his name. You never got a name for him.
Mm.
You got the name for the translator, not for him, because he's smart.
Mm.
Yeah, what's up? Okay. $10 total is what I heard. What I was hearing. Yeah. You sold it for 10 total and a favor, basically. Yeah. You have a different kind of currency. It's the currency of favors, which is also powerful.
It's a boon.
Sometimes that's better than 10 gold. So
yeah, exactly. Because I like doing that. Eclipse Phase, the game, taught me that rep and favors are a very powerful currency and aren't used in enough games.
So everybody in our vampire LARP is like loaded with money, so money doesn't mean shit. So it's all about the boons.
Yeah.
Seriously, like in Vampire, boons are a much bigger thing than money. Because money's like, everybody's kind of got it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing for like for me playing like Blades and Scum Villainy and Public City by Night and stuff, it's like, yeah, coin's great. Coin and cred are great. They get you stuff, but like also having friends that can get you stuff is also very important. Okay, yeah. How much are sabers? Okay.
Fuck yes, battle axe.
Can you roll a bargain test for me on that? Where are you? Actually, better question. Where are you going to sell these sabers? You are muted, I think. Okay. Yeah, let's roll a bargain for actually, yeah. I'm gonna roll a D100, see if anybody in the Slayers want to buy them off of you, and if not, then we'll roll a bargain. The answer is no. Nobody needs sabers. Yeah, so roll. These aren't axes. What are you doing? They are not axes or guns. Those are the things they use. Yeah, so go to the Charcoal District. It's going to be I think it'll be standard. Like this is the Armors District, so you're selling them is the good thing. Like you're selling them to people who, you know, make weapons and keep weapons and stuff. You're not like trying to be like on the street being like, "Yes, buy my armor." Cool. So yeah, you'll get the 6 each for that, and then buy yourself a Zweihander for the price it's supposed to be. Or a battle axe, not a Zweihander, excuse me. Right. Let me check main gauche and if it has anything.
I love the Slayers. They're just axes and guns, the gang.
Yeah,
They're the axe gang.
They're the axe gang. Axe gang.
We're still technically on break,
we are still technically on
but
break,
not muted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi everybody.
The answer is yes.
Yes, we are. We do this sometimes. We are hot mic'd during breaks because Vrindis is not back yet. So hello, you get to listen to additional things. Additional. Woo! Yeah. Let me check.
We normally charge extra for that, so yeah.
Sure. Yeah, let me check martial melee weapons. Backsword, barbed spear. Oh no. Bohemian ear spoon. What a weapon.
Oh, what is a Bohemian ear spoon?
A Bohemian ear spoon. This diabolical yet oddly named weapon is little more than a winged spear affixed with twin, sharply bent ears on either side.
It's kind of like a Flammenwerfer.
No, not in the slightest. not at all. It's not like a flamethrower. It'd be very weird if it was.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a spear. It's like a type of spear. Ooh, a Sparth axe.
Oh,
And
I
a
was
Lochaber.
thinking. Never mind.
Lochaber axe. A Sparth axe. What is that? Oh, Sparth axe. Two-handed, punishing, slow, vicious. It's the axe version of a Zweihander, I think.
May I
think they
see
have
what
the
it
names
looks
bad.
like?
Sparthax? It looks like a it's a big old like two-handed axe.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Also, we're getting echo.
That's my fault, sorry. I forgot
all
Rhys
good.
was back.
It's fine.
How is that spelled? Sparax.
Sparth axe. Sparth axe.
And
Similar to a halberd, the Sparth axe blade sweeps up, meaning it is better for upward strikes. Unfortunately, it's a clumsy affair for its wielder. These are in main gauche for those who are curious.
what was the other one?
There's the Sparth axe, and then there's the Lochaber axe, which is a type of battle axe, basically.
There's,
it's a
I'm not
tap
looking
one
at the
power.
book, but like a broadaxe is like the halfway point of a Sparthax.
Okay, there we go. The Lochaber axe
Oh,
is described,
Snap!
or the Lochaber, I guess.
Yeah.
Like its other polearm cousins, is often the subject of Gygaxian musings and the multitude of pole axes of the world. Ugh.
I just looked up the Lochaber axe. I say Lochaber. I don't know if it's Lochaber
Yeah.
or Lochaber.
I don't know how it's pronounced either. It's fine.
But
Yeah,
it's got like a little hook on the back end of it. And it's like,
Yep.
yeah, that'd be a thing police would use.
the Lochaber axe is a type of polearm, essentially. As far as that, or it's a pole axe, I should say. But yeah, I think in terms of if you want like the Zweihander stats, I think the closest thing is the Sparth axe, which is interesting. The Zweihander stats are also punishing reach slow, and the Sparth axe is the Sparth axe, instead of having reach, it has vicious compared to a Zweihander. It's also cheap.
Vicious is actually really good too.
Yeah. Also, a Sparth axe is only 2 gold.
Done.
There you go. Saving yourself 10 gold. Good job.
Alright, Sparth axe.
So a Sparth axe, I'll read out the things for it. Sparth axe, 2-handed, distance is engaged, it's punishing, slow, and vicious, and it's a bladed weapon. And its encumbrance value is 3.
I've always loved glaive like
Alright,
weapons.
They're very cool.
Where do I add it?
Probably in the weapons section.
Oh, I see.
Let me check. Okay, cool.
So,
Alright.
Sparth axe.
Fork
is
axe.
Martial melee.
Martial melee.
0 load.
0 load, two-handed.
Two-handed.
Distance engaged.
Distance.
And it has the qualities punishing, slow, and vicious.
Punish.
And it's a bladed weapon, and then has 3 encumbrance value. And those are all the things you need to know. Powerful. Immediately after striking an engaged foe, weapons of this quality force a foe to resist with toughness or be shoved out of the engagement. Ooh, interesting. What else? Vicious. Yeah, cool. Things. New weapons, everybody. But hello, we're back.
We are.
We are actually back now.
Can I get a
have
Kofesh?
returned.
Can you get a
How
what?
do you say it? A Kofesh? It's
A
like
Kofesh?
yeah, a Kofesh.
Like Egyptian sword?
The Egyptian
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah.
Do they exist in the game?
I believe they do. I think they're actually in the normal book.
What was?
I think they're in simple weapons actually. Maybe. Yeah. What?
Could
what's
you post that stuff for me so I can enter this as we're talking?
Yeah, sure. Let me
Appreciate
get
it.
Yeah. So it is Sparth. So it's. I can't really do a good copy paste of it, but
That's fine. I can work
Okay.
with what you give me.
all right. Khopesh is a simple melee weapon. It's in main gauche.
Ah, cool.
So it's two-handed, engaged, punishing, slow, and vicious. And I think all those are all in there, and then it's bladed, and it's encumbrance 3. I spelled encumbrance wrong, but whatever. And that's it. You can put a price if you want. It's 2 gold coins.
And damage is just
It's
Your
weapon
damage,
skill.
your damage. Yeah, it should be your combat bonus. 'Cause
Gotcha.
All weapons are by default.
gotcha.
Unless go while you're at it, looking through that stuff, go look up punishing, slow, and vicious to see what they do, so you'll know what they do, and you can call them.
Yes, I will.
For you, Outro, a Khopesh is 1 gold coin.
Okay.
It's a one-handed weapon. It's engaged, and it has the qualities of slow, vicious, and weak.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I was like, I want a main ghost to like stabby, all sexy like, and then I was like, ooh, but I could go spicy. But,
yeah. It's definitely like a sword is the other thing. So obviously, like how visible it is something that you could keep in mind if you want to.
yeah, but it could be good to have a visible sword on myself. You know?
Yeah, you could also.
keep getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, I mean there are also like other like simple melee weapons that are out there that could like serve well, like having I'm looking through this stuff. No, just having a woodman's axe like Kreta does worked pretty well. Carry around an axe, it's fine. Yeah, no, swords are usually martial melee weapons. A Khopesh is like one of the few that isn't, along with hunting swords. A hunting sword is also not. And I think that's it, in terms of like swords themselves.
Gotcha.
There's a sword stick. That too.
Is there a dagger axe?
I don't think so. The sword stick is a sword cane.
Cool.
It's like a switchblade. You just pull it out, and it's like a blade, but you push the button, and a little axe blade pops out.
Anyway, if we want to get back to the game,
Yeah, let's get back to
I'm going to come back and tell everybody everything.
Oh my.
I think while you're going, roll me an awareness test. I need to actually roll.
Oh god, an awareness test. Standard?
Yeah, standard. Oh no.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, you don't.
I'll use a thing.
Oh, you want to use fortune? Okay.
Yeah, I'll use a thing.
All right.
I'm the champion of using fortune. Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I gotta keep it.
All right. Yeah. So yeah,
At
you're
least
kind
it's
of
not a
just
critical failure.
you do the things that you do, and you go through, and nothing seems to be amiss aside from the normal city things. Yeah, you meet up with everybody. And you meet up with everyone at the bar in the triangle.
I offer to speak in a more private location to explain what I've been up to the past few days. For the past day and a half. And I say, come to my house. That fitting 5 people in is a little bit of a struggle, but still.
We've all been to your shack before, right? At some point or another.
Yes,
every single one of you has been there before at least once.
Yes, and it's not.
Look, I'm
comfortable to
not
fit 5
certain
people.
that we can all fit in your house.
House is generous.
I'll move the table. We'll be fine.
I could make some more room. I'll just knock down a wall.
Please don't knock.
That would be something you could do. However,
Do you have a better idea for a private location to speak?
I don't know what you want to speak about, so no.
I don't really know much about private locations at all, actually.
You've lived in a dorm your entire life.
Yeah, these are all I think the only person of this group who knows privacy is Calliope.
And I am not inviting you to my apartment.
Even then,
Vice might know some places, but
maybe actually Vice would probably the best person because actually for Calliope the interesting thing is since you're an aristocrat, you always have people around.
Yes,
you always have servants and stuff around, which is an interesting thing.
How long have those people been standing there?
The entire time.
This entire time.
Yeah.
They just kind of blend into the crowd. I didn't notice them before. These past couple weeks.
Little did you know you were those people this entire time.
Damn.
Oh.
Burn.
Where's my paycheck?
Use Ruber to find one, but that did not work.
No. Unfortunately, Difna is not around to let you know because Difna could probably fill you in, but yeah.
Come, we'll just go to my place. I'll move the table. We'll be fine. It's a short story. I'll make it quick.
Guys, we need a secret base.
I sigh and
Pay my
I
mortgage
all
up, consider
credits
getting
here,
expensive.
and then I'm like, all right, let's go.
I look at the others and I'm probably... Who's still limping? Calliope's still limping.
I'm still limping, yeah.
I will assist her.
They're both still limping because it's still another 3 days before Vice is not limping anymore.
Very true.
That is accurate, yeah.
I will assist...
I have my walking stick.
Okay, I will assist Vice then.
Alright.
Because if I get seen, my understanding is if I get seen by Maximin and I'm not helping him, he will berate me.
Yeah, you got to get that axe
I love
sign.
that.
Yeah, look, you know what? I'll roll a D100 while you're walking over there to see if Maximin shows up.
Oh no.
What is it, a 10% chance?
Damn
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty low. No, Maximin does not show up.
Oh, okay. I stop helping him then.
He just pushes me over.
Good, we're safe.
You
You
can
get
walk
there,
by.
you're like, get off me. Yeah, no, Maximin showing, it's, oh my gosh, it'll be like a random encounter, like a video game random encounter. Will Maximin show up? It's random. It's Majima
Like a
everywhere,
rare,
Maximin everywhere.
Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Maximin.
When I meet up with folks though, they notice I have a bigger axe now.
I don't know. Do y'all notice that she's got a bigger axe?
Well, the axe is a fucking polearm now, so yes.
Oh,
Greta, I've noticed your implement for murdering people is slightly larger than it normally is.
I see
This
your
one can-
schwartz is as big as mine.
This one can reach a little bit farther.
I suppose that is good.
I think it's more buoyant as well. I approve.
Also,
It can't strangle anyone though.
also, let's not be in public when I have it. Also,
Yeah, it's,
Well, we all would fit in my shack, but Kreta has to have a giant axe.
yeah, the Sparth, because the Sparth axe is like a battle axe. It's not like a polearm. As far as
Fair. Okay.
but it's still like a large weapon. Like, put it on your back, it'll be fine. But yeah, you all file into the shack, and it's very cramped. Move the table, still very cramped.
I complained the entire time.
As you do.
I tell the story as efficiently as possible for Iluka.
Okay. which probably takes 20 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, I probably trail off at least once.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I mean, you had to tell them all about your experience while you were like super high going through the Ruby districts. Like,
Did he just admit to doing crimes in front of me?
they may have.
Eating drugs is not illegal.
They may have. No,
No,
it's
but
not.
stealing is.
the burglary part is what they're worried about.
Yeah, the burglary part with the poppy. Maybe.
I think
Not
you're
your
like-
fiction, technically.
They
Actually,
said
no, it is.
like
Outro did emphasize everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
I tell you guys everything. Credit is up to you whether you want to apprehend me. But I just told you that I'm supposed to be spying on you guys.
I shoot him.
Also,
No, not
well
really.
then.
No.
I was gonna say also they have been stabbed multiple times by peasants. So
Yeah,
that may have been
visibly stabbed.
justice.
No, that's fair. It's like you got what you deserved. There's. I'm not arresting him, but there's also no pity in Kreta's eyes.
It
Fair.
was an important
Yeah.
lesson.
Outro. Are you? Is the video paused for them? Is that? I think. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
their video went out.
Yeah, I think their
I
video.
think-
Oh no, they have been
they
frozen.
might have.
Who used the magic item?
In
I just-
Discord, I see the little green thing next to their name, implying that they're saying something, but I hear nothing.
Oh, I don't even see that.
Yeah, I don't see the green thing either.
That
I
is
just
a
see-
great action pose, though.
I do
Very,
picture.
very, very like, you know.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting ready to just like toss down like a flask of alchemist fire or something.
They've
they
activated
know
their
what's
trap
going
card.
Outro. If you can hear us, I think you need to get out of the call and come back.
Yosha's broke.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah,
text
no.
him in a minute if he doesn't pop back in too.
Yeah, if they'll be they may be back. We'll see. Maybe it's Discord's fault. Maybe it's their internet's fault. Who knows? Not I, says the GM.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, I'm curious what y'all's reaction to this fantastical 20-minute story is.
Mine is to casually walk outside, close the door behind me, lean against the outside, and just kind of yawn as I take a look around.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Vice is definitely because
Okay.
Vice is actually regular Vice now, because everybody knows of their real
Regular
identity.
Vice.
So I can't actually like be ridiculous during the story because my first reaction was to be like, "What is the chase scene?"
Hey, oh, you're
Hey,
back.
scary.
You're
Oh,
back.
my-
but
my
I think
computer was dead for
actually.
good.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a
That's
blue
bad.
screen. It said your computer's dead, and then I got the frowny face, and then it just died. I was like, oh.
It just said like it was a blue screen. It's like you have died. And I'm like, shit.
Wow.
The Matrix has
Dark Souls
ended for you.
Dark Souls dead sound effect.
Did I miss anything important?
No.
Not really. No.
They
Most
arrested
of you
you.
just talking about your pose.
Yeah, what an amazing pose it goes on.
Kreta's reaction to your story at the end was to go outside and try to surreptitiously check if anybody was following you, which is smart.
But he's just complaining about you being stupid the whole time and like not taking anybody with you and doing all this dumbass dangerous stuff by yourself.
Yeah, but the thing is I got thrown. All this dumbass dangerous stuff happened because I got thrown out of the movie district.
Look, this is fine.
This isn't me saying
I am
that.
spending-
Lex is just complaining at you.
I'm spending a
Fortune.
fortune.
Okay.
Roll that. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or don't,
not
and
any better.
let the scene
Yeah.
become
It's
more
not a
dramatic.
crit fail.
Oh god.
It's not a crit fail.
I don't get shot.
No, the crit fail is the person who was spying on Iluka was inside the shack the whole time. They were the chair. They were the table.
The friends who we made along the way.
Surprise! There's another traitor in your group. Yeah, Kreta, you don't see anybody that looks like you was tailing Iluka or your group.
Iluka's shack is like tapped.
No,
They got
just-
a bug
hey,
in here.
yeah.
Just the normal ne'er-do-wells who are around here.
The crit fail is, wait a minute, Iluka, you never had a table, and then it's just a guy.
Goddamn mimics.
Yeah. But yeah, Calliope and Haikeka, what's your reaction to this story?
Frankly, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Fine.
I think I firmly believe that Haikeka has no actual clue as to what laws are. Like, they know
just
the
don't
tenets
understand
of
laws.
Leviathan.
What is law?
They know the tenets of Leviathan, and nothing Iluka did was directly counter to their personal tenets of Leviathan, which are valuable and vary from, cultist and within the church, but it's fine.
He's not
Look.
drowning, and that's a problem.
Look, Goran taught you what the Leviathan expects of you, and that's law. That's canon, literally in this sense, because it's a religion.
Yep.
So
So
And-
I reiterate the fact that I was told to spy on you guys.
But you're not, so
But I'm gonna have to meet with one of their confidants eventually.
Yeah, so I guess the important question is, are you still going to spy on us, or are you telling us because you're admitting that you're not going to do it? Like, where do we go from here? Are we treating you like a spy? Because, I can tell Creda to burn your shack down right now. It would be easy.
I don't think Creda would, because that would be a crime. Creda, you're a law-upholding citizen.
you notice
I
Creta's
look
not
over-
there.
Creda is not
Creta's
there.
not inside.
I look over and nod in the direction of the door. And she's fine. It's fine.
Just admiring my new
Alright.
axe.
The situation is I need protection if I'm not going to spy.
Well, then having Creda burn your shack down is probably not to your advantage.
Yeah, probably not. Also, don't do that. I still owe money on this.
Right, being peasants is
Is it
hard.
insured, though?
What the fuck is insurance?
Funny thing is, insurance does actually exist in this universe, but it's always a scam.
Oh, so it's like real insurance, okay.
It's
Yeah, it's like real insurance.
It's like
Exactly.
real insurance.
In this one though, out of character, because in character you know bits and pieces, but out of character there's a faction. They're called Tradewind Securities. They're literally just pirates.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they
yeah,
masquerade
yeah.
as an insurance company, so
It would be a shame if something were to happen to your bar.
Exactly, precisely. Would
Do
be a
you-
shame if something would happen to your ship. Now, wouldn't it?
Do you have meteor insurance?
It's volcano insurance for your ship.
Volcano
The
insurance
God
for your
insurance.
ship? Acts of God insurance.
Well,
That's
I
what-
have
that's
I'm
what
like,
insurance.
the story's over. Get out of my shack.
Get on my check. Get out.
It's crowded. It's hot. It's probably like a scorching day out, like high
Ugh.
sun.
Yeah,
High tide, high sun. It was just not a very pleasant time to be in that
I
shack.
definitely
Quick, before
walk
we leave,
out
somebody
of
throw
your.
Luke in the water.
I was gonna say like Haikeka probably walks out of the shack and just like into the water that is like gross and stinking, but at least cooler than. Like,
Yeah, the smell right now is salt, sweat, and dead fish. Like, it is not a pleasant smell.
I just imagine Haikeka like the Homer Simpson gif where like Haikeka just like walks into the water and then like walks backwards back out of the water, but like now she's like now they're like soaking wet and covered in seaweed, you know?
that sounds about
Um,
right.
But yeah, I think everybody exits the shack. Luca, do you stay in the shack or do you just like
I
with the rest of your group?
I actually want to take Calliope aside real quick.
Oh,
Okay.
no. I mean,
I,
yay.
Say, Calliope, you know that I am a master at making things, but there's one thing that I can't really grasp. And I hand Calliope the pieces of fabric and the honey pot. I'm like, I can't for the life of me figure out how to make bandages properly. Can you make these?
Yes, but
Because I don't have heal. I don't have the heal skill, and I need it to make bandages.
That's right.
Well, my time is valuable. I have important custodian work to do and all. But I understand that you're a person of money, after all. Looks around the shack. I can make these for you for a modest sum.
And what would that be?
Whatever would be an appropriate price for this. The
just
honey pot was what? 3 silver?
Calliope's like 300 gold, just
Yeah,
a drop in the bucket.
Honeypot's 3 silver. It's just a question of labor at this point because they have the ingredients. So
Yeah.
essentially, it's like
I'll make
I'll pay you a brass
a.
penny a piece.
Oh, sweetie, no.
Now I'm getting ripped off.
I'll do it. I'll make them for a silver shilling.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Alright. And I say if we have no business today, I need to work on some things.
And I definitely
make laudanums.
I definitely like bite the shilling to make sure that they didn't paint a bit of wood silver. Because that's probably something Haluka would do.
Surprisingly, I'm good for what I.
They're gonna cheat you in different ways.
yes.
I was like, should we ask your landlord? Good for your money.
Good for your money.
I would like to attempt to make 2 laudanum.
Okay. Let's go and look at rules for making laudanum.
The easiest way to get there is to click on trappings, medicine, and then click on laudanum.
I'm on. I went to Materia Medica because that's the section it's in.
Oh,
Okay. So laudanum can be rendered a draught of liquid possessing a characteristically bitter taste. Up to 3 draughts of laudanum can be prepared at a time. The more draughts you wish to prepare at once, the worse the difficulty rating of the alchemy test gets. How many are you trying to prepare at once?
2.
2? Okay, so that'll be a standard alchemy test.
A standard alchemy test. I flipped to succeed because of Nostrum Remedium.
Ooh, tell me what that does.
You may flip the
Fancy.
results to succeed at alchemy tests. When you succeed, it is always considered a critical success. In addition, you never suffer peril at the result of the failed critically failed alchemy test.
Well, there you go. That's very good.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna get me
before-
a free. It's gonna get me a free laudanum, which is 4 fucking silver.
Before you do that, I do need you to roll a D10 plus 1 to see how many hours it takes. Because that's how much time you're going to need to make this laudanum.
Well,
6 hours! Okay, cool. And you have access to a lab, because we agreed to that beforehand, and you have a skill rank in alchemy. Okay, cool. So, let's do it. It is a standard test to make 2 draughts at once. Oh, there you go!
I critically succeeded.
You did! You did! Good job!
So I got
which
3
means-
laudanum.
You got 3 laudanum. Good job. 3 laudanum for the price of 1 opium, I think is how that works.
Yeah.
Which is very, very good for you. Good job.
This is how I'm going to make money in the future. No more stealing shit.
you're going legit after this.
I'm just going to transform my critical successes into multiplying poppy seeds.
Yeah, but you're
You
gonna
just-
be
you
busy
just
for
gotta
6 hours.
You just gotta steal the base so that you can then make the money, and then
How
you
the fuck
spend the
do I
money to
spell
make more
money?
money.
First we get the money, then we get the women, then we get the power.
Good. That's
Hot and
the.
fresh out the kitchen.
All right. Anyway, the
So
rest
just
of you.
so everyone knows,
Yeah.
once I leave Iluka's place, Vice will be picking up a bandage and making their way back to their apartment and just kind of hanging out for the next 5-ish days.
All right,
fair enough.
I need 11. So
Because Vice doesn't like to be vulnerable, so I'll probably just be kind of hiding out.
Yeah, we can skip a day because I've got something in mind for happening.
Okay.
That everyone's gonna hear about. Yeah, Kreta, what do you?
I'm probably gonna stick relatively close to my companions, but I wanted to ask if do I have I have enough information and witnesses and stuff to accuse, if not yet take down, Al-Khatmi.
You wanna go after the militia commander? Okay.
They're the one running the thing, from what I hear.
As far as you know, yes. As far as you're aware.
I don't want to openly go out.
This is a
after them.
conspiracy. That thread will obviously lead to another thread that will lead to another thread that we will never actually find the center of. That's the way this works.
Out of character, yes. In character, though, yeah. You have like information and stuff on Al-Hakmi, but it is going to be a question of like, she's a militia command. She's like a commander of one of the city's militia. So going after, you're going to need your safe assumption. If you want to go after, you're going to need some good backing. For that.
Good thing you started your loyalty mission with the sniper for the slayers.
Yeah. But yeah, you could go to like the judge or something and be like, "Hey, I got this," which of course she knows about because you know. But her connection was to the hierarch, not to the commander. But you could go to you could go to judge and be like, "Hey, I got like information. Can you help me out on this?" And see how that goes.
The hierarch.
Hierarch Kanusha is the priest. Yeah, who is the priest of the God Emperor.
Who is also involved.
Yes.
Okay.
You knew this. You had
yes.
talked to the judge and a few other, I think one other person about this.
In that case, so Al-Hakmi and Hierarch Kanusha are the two that are okay. In that case, I'll probably, because I have the materials that Hierarch Kanusha wants. That's on the ship.
Oh, yes, yeah, that are on the ship. Mm-hmm.
And Al-Hakmi is just someone who's working for the Hierarch.
No, conspiracies are complicated. As you might imagine. So how this conspiracy works, like how a lot of conspiracies works, is it has a lot of different, it has a lot of people who are generally working towards the same goal, but they aren't working for each other. Okay. So like there is a string that goes like Kanusha to the judge to Femi, like that's a string, and then there's a string that's like Al-Hakmi to Mr. Bahar to Hector, the Dockmaster, like stuff like that. Like it goes like that. If you look at this like at a level thing, Al-Hakmi and the Hierarch are at the same level. Like they are the same. Yeah.
So
of this convoluted plot.
Yeah. So 2 people need to be taken down.
Mm-hmm. Possibly more.
So if that's the case, I'll probably talk with my group first.
Okay.
So like whenever like everyone's like in the same area, and away from prying ears, as it were, except for the spy that we all know about.
Surprise.
Look, they expect him to do his job. So
it's a double cross.
So as to not throw them off, I am going to let him hear what I'm going to be talking about. So they're like, I can't hear what they're talking about, but they're obviously doing their job.
Right. So you're like, yeah, and you like go over like, hey, this is the information we've got now. Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
That's a big question, group. What do you do about the information you have so far?
I want to rest.
Well, this is happening later. Like this isn't happening right now.
Yeah.
But
I need to rest. I need to rest for 11 days, even if it's later. I still want to rest.
It's true. Since it's the next day as well, you can do another heal test for you and Vice. Because you're still you're still moderately wounded, right?
Yeah, until we finish the resting, I technically count, right?
So I believe we were lightly wounded after the first time.
Okay.
No,
so
I cleared mine, so I don't have. I'm uninjured.
Okay, only.
That's
Vice,
right, because you
you
got the.
I got the critical.
Yeah, only Vice is the one who's wounded.
Yeah.
So Vice, you just need a bandage, and you will automatically succeed at it. So.
Oh, I was gonna say I could come over and do it, so you don't have to spend the bandage if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. If you're cool with that, that would be great.
That's much easier than spending that. Save the bandages.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did pick up a bandage, but that way I'll just save the bandage for later. So that'll be.
That's money, man. Don't spend the money if you got a healer.
Yep.
Hey, there you go.
Sweet.
You auto succeed anyway because it's lightly wounded.
Hey.
Light to unharmed is automatic. But there you go. You got a good roll anyway. And good for you. But yeah, you meet up again. like the next day or the day after. And yeah, Kreta presents this to the group.
Yeah. While we are waiting to get back on our feet, as it were, I was thinking maybe setting up a sting. Try and have the goods on the ship delivered, but also try to catch whoever's using it in the act we need.
That makes total sense to me, but I think you should wait until we have recovered. It is not a good idea to do these kind of things when everyone is still injured.
Is it something that we know is time sensitive?
Which is why I bring it up.
I mean, why is it time sensitive? The cargo is still stuck on the boat, is it not?
What
For as
goes
long as I
bad?
keep it there.
So basically, could we not just talk to the judge and have some more red tape presented in order to delay the cargo slightly further?
The problem there is that
The cargo can spoil.
the judge is now aware of what their prior affiliates are up to now.
I am not sure I take your meaning.
Al-Hakmi and Hierarch Kanusha. They are both involved. The Ferhat did not know of Kanusha's dealings until it was revealed, but it is still their job, as it were, to have the goods delivered to them.
All I know is I will not be much help until my ankle heals. I cannot.
We can
My
at
skill-
least wait until Vice is recuperated.
I know, I'm not proposing anything immediate, but just to make plans.
What I am saying is you do not need to wait on my recovery. I do not need to be doing much more than hanging back and not being stabbed in the future.
Judging on the pain, I should be recovered in exactly 3 days.
Oh, well.
I'm also
And
pretty fond of not being stabbed myself.
no
It's
idea
not a fun
how-
experience.
I'm scared of that 35 that Saint just rolled.
That's the table listening.
Stab the table!
No, it was the Maximin showing up roll.
Oh, at the mention of being injured.
Yeah.
You were what?
You were what? How dare!
Who let this happen? I'll kill them.
I will kill them myself. I will take the entire Slayer company and kill them myself. So yeah, you resolve to like wait a few days. Yeah, maybe this thing isn't time sensitive. Like, who knows? Like,
I
The shadow knows.
I'm
I
well
feel
aware.
like it is more time sensitive than that. Like, just about.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like necromancy is involved, right?
While
The goods will go bad,
And they
like
already
Outro
they
said.
already paid to have the ship like pre-approved to land, and a bunch of cut corners that it could be sooner, and it's still been what? How many days has it been sitting there? Like a week?
it's
A
been
week,
almost a week. Yeah.
We
Like
wasted their money at least.
There. Well,
I feel like
well. Here's the thing. They know that we're holding the ship. They know that we're planning something. They want to know what that plan is. They can get to us to get their goods.
All I know is we totally screwed up their Amazon Prime delivery, and I could not be more happy about it.
terrible. While this is going on, and I think like y'all are having this discussion, and you hear like because they're like in the marketplace y'all usually meet in.
I am not talking about this out in the open.
I know. You go back later. This is like a later thing. Like y'all are mulling it over. There is a like rush to the stage, because there's definitely like a stage here basically. Like there isn't most of the marketplaces in the city for people to like get up and speak and make proclamations and such. And a crowd's formed around a speaker who is they are going quickly through whatever like thing they've been given, and they are shouting about how the Emir of Abifa is dead.
Oh.
Well, that's out of the bag now.
Like you do.
Yep.
Well,
So is this during or after my laudanum preparation?
After. This is the next day.
Oh.
We knew that, but the general populace did not know that.
Oh.
You know what, Calliope, do you want me to invite the Emir's son over to, wish you well?
Casually invite the prince.
like yo, Prince, you want to come over for dinner? It's fine.
I do not look my best. I don't have my face on. Because still dramatic and recovering.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that would be the thing, garnish sympathy.
You're going to invite who for what purpose? I'm sorry, I don't follow. They were saying someone is dead.
The father of the Emir, who is here currently. We already knew that, but
the thing was, no, you didn't. The whole thing was for the prince was that their parent was not dead, and that there were people claiming that they were. Now they actually.
Oh.
Yeah. And the prince was like, "Hey, screw off! Like my parent is still alive. 1, and 2, I am the rightful heir. 2, so step off."
Look, Calliope, you're going to have to make your move soon.
So again, she's just like, I don't have my face on. I am not in a condition to entertain. And oh God, where would we even see the prince? Here? And no, not this.
Oh, of course, yes. Your duties as this custodian to entertain the prince as his parents' soul is brought over to the other side. Of course, how foolish of me to have not seen that.
That's actually pretty smart.
Yes, that is one angle to go about it. I was more looking for securing my own financial future, but yes, that too. That will also work.
That securing financial future, right over his head.
She made sure to say it very quickly because, oh yeah, duty to custodian, definitely priority.
Yeah, that's something you now know about, is that the Emir is dead. Rip the Emir.
Rip Emir.
That of course that might not be important for some of you. That might just be like, okay, news item.
Yep.
Next.
That's the thing.
So
Look, this is how you take over countries.
Casually taking over. Excellent. Let's stop a cult, but also take over another country.
Hey,
we can multitask.
It's called multitasking, okay?
If you can't stop a cult, you can't take over a country. It's just math.
If you can stop
it's
a cult,
just
you can
math.
stop a country.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
very true. If you can stop a hammer, you can stop it. Or if you can dodge a hammer, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another thing that's happening. And yeah, you can get. It is possible to get into contact with the prince. It is possible. It might be a little bit difficult because they might be in grieving, but we can go if you want to get a meeting with the prince. If you want to.
I did meet him already.
You have met him, but it's getting a meeting now because he is a rich.
Walks
a rich
his
man.
guards to wherever he is. It's fine.
It's like he's a rich boy, so it's a whole thing. But you can also just ignore that. Like
What?
you could be like protocol. I'm the law, and also I have somebody you should meet.
I am the law.
It's true.
Go meet this person.
Vice will literally walk right in there. Like, sir.
Sir,
He
we need to talk,
he
sir.
won't walk. He will jump, or fall from the roof.
That too.
They will have the people.
They will definitely walk or dive through the roof or create a hole. Or
I am
something.
sorry for your loss. Dramatic exit.
They will Kool-Aid Man through the wall. It's fine.
As you do.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Calliope, well, whenever you want, just let me know.
He's a rich boy, and it's but you know it don't matter anyway.
Exactly.
Oh, I went Fiddler on the Roof, but that also works.
Look, multiple
Holland
things
Oates
work.
fits. Okay.
Luca, you wanted to find Nuria, right?
Yeah, I do want to find Nuria real bad.
Okay. How can
And
we
also
find
tell her
Nuria?
of the prince's face.
I have a thing that
Yo.
makes me remember people's scents and able to find them based off of smelling.
You're
stuff.
assuming they're a person.
Using your sense of smell to track others, you always succeed at survival tests. Unless Nuria has no smell.
They
I don't
smell
think-
like magic.
I don't think Nuria doesn't have any scent. That would be weird. Because they are a creature. And not a type of creature that just doesn't have a smell.
They smell of death.
I can't wait till
Yes?
till they witness the horrible transition from one face to another. I want Iluka to see that.
Yeah, I mean that could happen.
Ooh, do they have the same scent even if they've switched bodies?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to.
I don't think Zweihander answers that question. To be
I
quite
don't
honest
think
with
I
you.
don't think it does. I don't think they thought about that.
I think it's scarier if they do have the same scent.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, because then you know that it's them.
Yeah, I mean you always succeed at survival tests. Like, yeah, I don't see why not if you're using your sense of smell.
I would have
honestly.
succeeded anyway, even
Nice.
though that rating's pretty low.
There you go. Okay, cool. So you find them, you track them down. They're living in the Bloodstone district nowadays. They're still masquerading as Nuria. So you meet she looks the same as she was when you first met her. Still has the heterochromia because that's a tell that she has basically. You find her out in the Bloodstone district. Like, again, this news is going through the city, and the Bloodstone district is the epicenter of that news because it's the epicenter of all news in the city. You know, they have the printers here. And so like she's in a crowd, like listening to this herald like rattle off like the news of the emir's death among a variety of other things.
So I nonchalantly make my way through the crowd and end up standing next to her, and I'm standing next to her for a few seconds before I say anything.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm
I
like,
think-
Nuria,
Just smelling her hair.
fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, she turns. I think she knew you were here. She just turns like, ah. Iluka, it's been a while.
It has been. I was expecting to see you sooner. We had a
Well,
deal, did we not?
That's true. I was a little busy. Had to, get the new place to live. Harder than it looks in this denizen.
Fair enough. I have my own housing woes, and we cut to one of the planks falling off of my shack.
Well, you came to find me. You must be wanting something.
I want to speak with you about the situation. I may benefit us both. It depends on how interested you are in the circumstances, though. It's something that we may not want to talk about in the middle of a crowd.
No, we wouldn't, especially because you're being followed.
Shit.
You know the awareness test you did after you got out of that place?
Yeah.
Yep. You have been followed this entire time. Not that you would know, but just also that was why it was smart that Kreta tried doing it, but then Kreta failed, unfortunately. So, it's like,
yeah, table. I called it.
So perhaps being in the middle of the crowd is the best place to do it.
I think due to the turn of events, and I kick myself for not noticing I'm being followed this entire time. I think you may be right. So it's
what
sort of about I'm guessing I could be followed by many random people. but I'm guessing the reason this person is following me is part of the reason why I've searched for you.
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific, but yes.
I kind
Probably.
of explain my woes with the situation.
Okay.
I don't explain, like, I just say, like, I've been enlisted to spy on myself pretty much, and no matter how I go about returning the information, it is going to end up poorly for me. So, what I would like for you to do is infiltrate, if you could, or if you are interested, this circumstance. I believe that these people are in high standings, and there could be some comfort, or at least some excitement found if you were to go into them.
Spying on yourself sounds oddly introspective. Are you sure you did not meet a philosopher?
It's not specifically about spying on me, it's about spying on my group, my entourage, because we are currently working on something that they do not like that we are working on.
Ah, yes, your group. Yes, of course. I remember from the ship. They seem like competent individuals.
And they still know nothing of you, as I promised.
Good. Well, you say high up. Do you know any more details, perhaps? I mean, I can probably deal with the person that's following you, but I need more information.
I'm sad to say that while I was being interrogated, I was left with very little information. They kind of had the upper hand, and I was the one providing information, not them.
Ah, on the back foot, as you say.
Yes.
Well, I think I could probably get something. I would say what's in it for me, but you have already laid that out. So, as long as you keep your side of the deal, you provide me with sport.
Yes.
Sport
And if
is good.
And if that's what you're here for, sport you will have.
Good, good. Well, you may not see me again in my current form. It is complicated.
I say I'll be able to smell.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. You humans are all peculiar in that way. So, if you see me again, we may not be as friendly in that sense, but it'll depend on who that will be.
Yes. And if you need to be rough, just make sure you throw me a wink first, okay?
You know so little about me. And they slide away into the crowd.
I stay in this crowd and continue to, like, take in the information about the prince being dead, and I, like, throw boos when boos are appropriate. Or
Pause
if they're appropriate.
So you
It's
have
always appropriate.
So you have information about, like, the Emir's dead. But you also have something else, which is also why, like, there's a lot of crowds out here, and, like, the booze and such. Apparently, and you heard about these, like, ships, these refugee ships coming in a while ago. But,
Oh, yeah. I thought that they were going to be giving me more money than they have been.
Well, they haven't, partly because a couple of different things happened. So the river Sarask, which is a river that is, like, it's between the Covenant and the Empire. It's like a major river, like imagine something like the Nile or like the Tigris Euphrates or like the Ganges or something like that. Has flooded its banks, and like this year's flood is particularly terrible. And so like both sides of the river like need help, but the Gilded Council, in their infinite wisdom, has decided through a close vote to stockpile emergency supplies and has put a moratorium on supplies being shipped out of the city. And so there's like very mixed reactions. Like the people in like the Sadefi people are like, that's really weird, and like all of the non-Sadefi people are like, what the actual fuck? Why are you doing this? This is nuts. So yeah, lots of confusion and booze, as well as like lots of sorrow for the death of the Emir, because people know that the prince is in town. So. But yeah, that's some stuff that you hear about.
Have we?
Can I make another awareness test as I leave the crowd to see if I'm still being followed?
Sure.
You see a monster whose face opens up and consumes someone else.
They're
Nah.
right. they open like a Pez dispenser and swallow the man whole.
Yeah, no, roll that awareness test. It's gonna be standard.
Please get a crit. Please describe something horrifying.
Okay, yeah, no, you walk out of the crowd, walk down a couple of streets, and go down an alley that no one's in, and look behind you, and no one's following you.
Okay.
It is time.
Yeah.
Well, I make my way back to the group if they're still at the bar, just being jolly old chums.
I mean, they might be. Creta, you were saying something before the awareness check happened.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there are still a bunch of lizard folk in town.
Oh, that's a good question. No, they left. There was I think, or they're about to leave. They're gonna leave tomorrow. They've been in town.
They probably set up a tent city in the Opal district.
Yeah, they've been in the Opal district the entire time, which means most people don't see them because it's just who goes there? People, rich people, and people who are in court.
I hung out with them all
Been
the
here for
time.
a couple of days, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been here for 2 or 3 days. It's just things have been busy because y'all have been doing stuff. So.
I
If
don't know.
y'all
I guess
wanna-
I just figured they were gonna be there for a couple of weeks.
They could
But-
be. I don't know yet. They could be here longer because their thing, out of character that we know, their thing is they come here because they're an emissary. They come here, they go to the Gilded Council. They're like, "Hey, we're the greatest civilization. Pay us so that you can exist." And then they leave.
They come, they eat, they leave.
Yeah.
Are they like D&D lizard folk where they're not very smart?
No, these
No,
are
these
Warhammer
are
lizard folk, where they're
yeah,
super
these are
smart.
Warhammer. Yeah, these are Warhammer lizardmen.
I don't
who
know
are
enough
very
about Warhammer.
So the Warhammer Fantasy Lizardmen, which is what the Azatlan are based off of, they are the scions of the Old One. They are the first species that was created by the Old Ones, who are a progenitor species that are essentially gods. And so they are led by a group called the Slan, who are extremely powerful magic users, and they're incredibly smart, and they are the closest thing to the old ones that exists in the world. And then obviously they have tiers lower than them, so they're the warriors, who are obviously not as smart, but they're big, strong. They're big and strong and scary.
They're
So
more
the lizard
cunning
people
than
are
smart.
genetically superior to us in every way.
Yes,
Got it.
kinda. It's
Ish. In Zweihander, they're different, because in Zweihander's, Zweihander doesn't do the thing Warhammer Fantasy does. Zweihander, they're they have a weird thing of they are a weird, contradiction. Because they are actually, they are creatures of chaos, but they are creatures of chaos because they are so obsessed with order, is their thing. And this is part of it is this is why they're we are the greatest civilization that exists. We keep the order of the cosmos. We allow you to exist. But of course, in character, you don't know any of that shit. They're lizard people.
They're just big. They're boots to me.
Yeah, you especially you, Credit. You're they're not real. They must be people in suits.
Can I kill it? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So I changed my mind. I don't want to hog the last 20 minutes, but now that I notice I'm not being followed, I don't want to go back to the group, but I want to go meet my dancer friend.
Oh yeah, your dancer friend. I don't think we've named.
We have not named.
Yeah. We'll get to that. I think that's going to be a next time thing, so we can.
Yeah, we're got 20 minutes left, so.
Yeah. But for the rest of the crew, obviously we still have we have time to rest. But do y'all we have 3 more days basically. Essentially, would y'all like to do things over the next 3 days?
I am going to send the prince an invitation to.
Okay.
Do I get to play bodyguard?
Sure.
Maybe.
Yes.
Let me see a skill that could be used for this. I guess charm.
Yeah, I think charm would work.
Vice, you were saying something?
To be clear, these 3 days, are these the 3 more days before Calliope's is fixed, or are these
Yours.
the 3 days?
No,
mine?
I have several.
Yeah, that's
days.
why I was asking. So in that case, then I would be holed up in my apartments.
Okay,
so
cool.
It's fixed.
Yeah, this is gonna be a charm. Unfortunately, there's no etiquette in this game because that would be the thing that I would ask for. But we're gonna go with charm.
Does
Alright.
the situation and the fact that she is a priestess of the custodian in this situation give her like an easier time with it?
Are you gonna actually take the "I'm the priestess of the custodian, I'm here to bring you comfort" angle, and then shoot?
Because this is
XO winky face.
Well, because this is a written invitation, right?
Yes.
Are you writing like hella like we have met? I'm a priestess of the custodian. I'm here to like console you and like that kind of thing. Like, I guess the question of what are you writing? What does the invitation look like?
The invitation is going to be it's going to be both. It is going to introduce Calliope as a noble, and then also mentioning, and as my duty as a priestess of the custodian, who better to offer, the comforts and consultation on the death of your father or parent. So it's gonna be both angles. It's like, as a priest of the custodian, you can come talk to me. Also, I'm a noble, so you don't have to feel bad about coming to talk to me.
Right. Also, because they probably wouldn't talk to anybody.
Exactly. I'm on your level, if slightly under it, so it's okay to talk to me versus a peasant.
Yeah.
And does it help if I deliver it because I already met him?
No, because you're going to be giving to somebody else. You can't give them directly. But you made a good point. You did make a good point of like what's in the content of the letter is important, and it is. The invitation is important. So yeah, I think it's going to be routine then.
Alrighty.
Because it's sending an invitation, like, they're not. If they were in a BIFA, it'd be a much higher like, hey, like getting meetings. But they're probably not meeting with that many people here. Honestly, they're like trying to get out. Of this, but they have reasons for being in the city.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So charm with the routine.
Routine charm.
I am gonna spend a point.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling that.
Do it.
Aha!
Hey, there you go. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So you. I think this is a case of the fortune is, of course, you write a version and you're like, wait, no, this is gonna be terrible, and you rewrite it.
Rewrite it. That's
yeah.
awful.
So, Creta, you take it and you find the apartments that that the prince is staying in the Opal districts, and it's given to a servant because the prince doesn't take anything like personally, because it doesn't like isn't given anything personally by people who aren't in his service because he's a noble. And you wait a bit, and eventually you get a thing back from the servant, which you can't read, but Clyde can. Accepting the invitation. He would be delighted to hear your consultation and to discuss the death of his parent.
Yay!
on an appointed
your dead
day.
Family.
Yeah, on an appointed day, which is going to be after Vice is healed for convenience. So.
I like convenience.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you have more convenient.
It's true.
The first step to conquering a nation.
I can't think of anything that Haikeke would be doing, particularly in this time.
You could just be working as a cultist.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
Okay, you can make some
2 brass pennies.
Make some money on the side.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you
have magic, so you could like probably do more extreme things, get more money, because that makes sense.
How do I get money from magic?
How's your incantation?
I mean, I have incantation.
Okay, that's good. You have a skill rank in it, is the thing I was curious about.
Yes.
I'm looking at the wages thing, and I don't think they have anything for like wizard.
I just need to bless some stuff. It's fine.
Yeah, bless some
Word
things.
some people.
Get some hashtag bless.
Yeah, you can actually like you can magically bless things, not like normally bless things. Because an initiate priest by default is 2 brass pennies, but I think that also assumes like a non-magic priest. So I think we'll just like upgrade it from 2 brass pennies to silver shillings.
I'll take it.
Actually, it's gonna be more because you have a skill in it.
You're gonna bless a boat.
I gotta do things in my head.
What's the solo boot?
It's
blessed
gonna
vote.
be 26 brass pennies a day is how much you're gonna be making.
Dang. I'm gonna
Which
do
is
some work
two-
too then.
Which is two silver shillings and 2 brass pennies a day is how much you make.
Okay.
Doing
Uh,
magic things. I will have you roll incantation rolls every day to see if you like incur the wrath of your god or whatever.
Sure. How many days are we looking at?
3. So
Three?
3 rolls.
I will put 2 days in then since I spent 1 day
Okay.
doing
Cool.
that.
Oh no!
Oh no.
No!
Oh no!
No!
How many
Okay,
how many rerolls do we
No,
have?
No.
Crap.
We got
Rerolls.
some.
It's 100%
Yeah.
not happening right there.
Just the first one failed.
Oh no.
Oh,
Alright,
God.
At least
At
it's
least
not
it's
a
not a
crit.
critical failure. At least
Yeah.
it's not a critical failure.
You got
accidentally
2 more days
curse the
to it.
boat instead of bless it.
What was that?
You got 2 more days to roll. Yeah, accidentally curse the boat. Just the Leviathan takes
That
it.
sounds
I christened the Titanic.
Hey,
there you go.
Success.
There we go.
And also success.
Cool. You got 2 out of 3. I think
That first boat, I
no
didn't
effect.
wrap the bow in seaweed like.
Mm.
That's right.
You didn't seaweed it.
That's what happened.
All right, I'm
Gosh.
gonna do my 2 now.
Goran would be so disappointed with the first time.
Is there any modifiers?
No, just
Okay.
standard.
Let me fix that real quick.
You're not casting actual spells. This is more.
Yeah,
than,
it's just doing the work.
You do it. Yeah, doing the rituals and such.
All right. So, fun.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's 1.
And 2. Hey, all right.
Hey, your incantation's really low.
It is.
Because you don't have the incantation skill.
No,
which
I
means
do
you
have
actually
the
get-
incantation skill.
Oh, it's not. Oh, you have peril. You should have gotten rid of your peril.
Oh, I have it on unhindered, but it didn't unclick the other one.
It's
Okay,
fine. You
that's fine.
succeeded anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you succeeded both of them. So good job. Yeah, you get more money because as we're learning, there's a lot of downtime in this game as we are learning.
Mhm. You said it was 25 silver and how many pennies?
It's 2 silver shillings and 2 brass pennies, which would be
2
26 brass pennies per day.
26.
Is how much it is.
So 4 and
Which is
So
like-
there's a lot of downtime, but also our first 3 episodes contain 1 day.
yeah.
I know. it's zooming in and zooming out, like playing microscope or something. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. 24 brass pennies is how much a leather worker makes. Oh, okay. I will figure things out. I don't know. It doesn't have magic stuff in wages, which is
Of
a little
course not.
unfortunate. Because it's like
It's
player
also
characters
really
are supposed
hard
to be
to
doing
get
it.
magic. Yeah.
To be fair, player characters are supposed to be doing like adventures and stuff, but
We're in an urban environment. There's not much.
Exactly. And also, we're dealing with a conspiracy. If we hadn't been dealing with a conspiracy, this would be very different, but we are. Because we wanted that. Also, the calamity hasn't happened yet. It's coming very soon, now that the Emir's dead.
Dun,
We
dun,
want
dun.
the calamity. We want the calamity.
Yeah, that could be like next time.
Invasion. The lizard people are like, a noble is dead. Time to assert our power.
No, there's
Established dominance.
I got a plan. I have a plan. And it does have to do with the prince. So you meeting the prince is actually very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm probably gonna do bodyguard work, probably for Calliope's family.
Okay. Yeah.
For a little bit of money, and also I'm going to. I would like to spend a couple days doing some, like, just going around town and trying to do some knowledge gathering on our
Yeah, you wanna do some
conspiracy stuff. I'm
You
not
want to do
gonna
info gathering?
Yeah,
Sure.
info gathering. I don't want to be. I want to be like very discreet about it.
Okay. Probably rumor for the info gathering stuff is what I would say.
I should've
Like
taken-
do two rumor checks, standard rumor checks, and then for the because you're doing like professional bodyguard work like in and out. I will say it's like 1 day because professional bodyguards make a lot of money. Professional bodyguards per day make 80 brass pennies.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah. So
Should I re-roll one of those?
Speaking of money, did you ever split that money that you made off of looting those guys?
I was going to, and then we got into Iluka's shack talk.
okay, so you
And
can still
then I
split that
forgot.
up.
Yeah, I can still split it up.
If you want to reroll, you totally can. You have 2 fortune points left. We have 10 minutes left, so.
Well, hey.
All right. Yeah, reroll one of them.
Hey.
There you go.
All right, cool. So, yeah. So you also get 80 brass pennies from doing a day over like a span of a few days of professional bodyguard work.
Awesome.
Because that's when you put yourself out there for Calliope's family, which we haven't really talked about Calliope's family, just Calliope, but we can later, not now.
I assume she has a family.
She's got to. She's rich.
I'm rich. They live well. And
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
gout all around.
Exactly. So what information are you looking for on the conspiracy?
I would like to mostly knowledge on the people that we know about here. Like
Okay.
if there's like any like whispers or rumors that this person's doing something like this, or they're like hiding out here, or there's something interesting there.
Yeah, I think with the roles that you get to identify. You can get basically that for one person, for one of the people that you know about in the conspiracy.
Let's get. I have to find their names. Oh, here we go. Oh gosh. Should we do the hierarch or the commander?
Yes.
Who do you want dirt on?
I'm gonna flip this coin. Commander.
Okay, Commander, if it all hucked me. The scuttlebutt that you hear, the rumors that you hear, you've been hearing that the commander recently, like as of like the last couple of months, has been forming like she's like a fairly well-known like militia commander, but like she's been having a lot of trouble with the adherents of the steward, who generally work hand in hand with the city to train the city's militia. Like she has basically been forming her own like group that is loyal just to her, her own team of specialists that are only loyal to her, among the militia. That's what she's been doing. So what that's about, people aren't really sure. It's like, that seems really suspicious, but the council hasn't done anything. Like, the other commanders in the council haven't done anything about it, so, you know, frowned upon. Don't make personal armies, but also nobody's doing anything about it, which is even more suspicious.
Yeah. Okay. I might have to stop by one of the commanders and pull some information up. But I've got bodyguard work to do, so. Whee.
Yeah, you gotta make sure people don't throw tomatoes at them or whatever. Okay. And Vice, you're just at your apartment, just being like, chilling out, having the ankle up.
Vice is, doesn't like to be at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So if they get injured in any way, they kind of just like hide out until they're 100% ready to go again.
I think on the second day, Difna shows up.
Okay.
Yeah. She hasn't like Mirjana knew where he lives, but like Mirjana hasn't been around because she still works for Miss Bahar, but Difna doesn't. Difna shows up and like there's knocking on the door. And she comes in, and she's like limping a little bit because she has a limp. She's like, "Oh, Vice, what happened to your foot?"
Oh, some bandits, unfortunately. My companions were attacked, so I defended them.
Oh, well, subject of you and your companions, I got some information.
Oh, information is always appreciated.
Yes, you were trying to find more members of this the conspiracy that Mr. Bahar was part of?
Yes.
I found another member, an Imperial.
Oh.
Kiryakov. He's named Carlo Takak. He's an ambassador.
That sounds like someone we should add to the NPC sheet.
It does. I will put their name here. Ambassador Carlo Takach. And I will add them to the NPC sheet as well.
I'm actually already in there, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's an Imperial ambassador. Is his like thing. I've been hearing stuff. He has that connection to the ship you were dealing with. To that company.
Do you know exactly how he's connected to the ship?
Company investor. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I heard from somebody in the money changers that he was an investor and that he's been putting money in there for a while now, and it's interests and some other things I don't quite understand. There's a lot of money talk. But I thought you might want to know that there's other interests, and the ambassadors included.
That is much appreciated, Ibna. Thank you for your help.
Of course.
I will be held up here for the next couple of days, but if you need anything, feel free to reach out to my other companions.
Right.
They would be more than happy to assist.
Right. Would you happen to know where they are, or I usually am at our bar, so I don't.
So
really
I would give her the location for Iluka's shack, and I would also give her the information on where we usually go to the bar.
Okay.
And I'll tell her like that's likely the two places where you'll be able to find them.
Do I know where Vice stays?
That's up to you, Vice.
I don't know. Vice certainly wouldn't volunteer the information. They like to be very, very private. I mean, very mysterious and all that. So, they certainly wouldn't like volunteer where they are.
Okay, I'll just hold on to the money still.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think like Diffna nods and like goes, and the door closes, and there's just like a shot of you on your bed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we call the session because we're at time.
So
I don't think any. Okay.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like they should have some way to get in contact with me, but like, I wouldn't tell people where I am, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. No, I got you.
So like, we would probably have like, I would show up somewhere, or
yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
That's why you have somebody like originally you had like somebody like Mirjana who was like literally a messenger, but now it's more Diffna or somebody like that, where it's like. This is a thing. This is why agents exist.
Right.
So yeah, you got to find yourself a professional wrestling agent.
I would like to.
Pugilism agent.
I need to start making some more money. Is the thing.
True. Yeah, gotta pit fighter money.
Stuff is expensive.
The thing is I could have a whole bunch of money, except laudanums are super fucking useful. So I'm not going.
Oh no, I get you. I just need to like start robbing people of their pistols. Apparently.
Actually, as I read, there is actually a thing for selling scavenged goods. If you're attempting to trade or resell a used good, its value is always equal to 50% of its listed price.
So like D&D.
Well, I gave 50% of 50%.
You did.
I gave 25%. So.
Yeah, you did a smart thing, but it was like the sabers like should have been cheap. But there's like a bunch of things where it's like. Haggling, like if you have bargain, you can haggle for like to make it more expensive, and it's based on your fellowship bonus. Like it's a whole thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the most you can get is 80% of resale price, and you have to have a really high fellowship bonus to do it.
I mean, even at the 50% though, you're looking at 10 gold per pop. So it's like.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But this is a case of why like also the like. We zoom in and zoom out in terms of time, because like you can go and like work a job and like get some cash for that, and like also there's other things where it's like
it could have taken me 11 hours to make laudanums.
Yeah,
Give me the cash.
This is also like it's also a thing of like this is why this is a game based around adventurers, because adventurers like usually you get the stuff and you get like a bunch of money at once, and then you spend it all, and then you go out again to get a bunch of money and spend it all, as opposed to this, which is like steady flow type of thing. And also, like we said, the economy of favors is very important. Like, if you know somebody, get things cheaper, get stuff for free. But anyway, I don't think anybody got corruption. So,
No.
ordering's
No,
all around.
Yay!
I do have one question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do we happen to get a closing scene of an Unseelie ripping the face off of someone? It's fine if no.
I think no, because they haven't. Nuria, in quotation marks, hasn't found the right person they want to take the face of.
Okay.
And the interesting thing with face dancers is actually, for out of character stuff, the interesting thing with face dancers is they literally like cut somebody's face off with a knife.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I knew they would rip their face off. I didn't think they do it with a knife. I thought it'd be more
No.
like magical, scary kind of thing.
They just
Well, it's
straight up
like
do it with a knife.
faceless men. From,
Yeah, exactly. From Game of Thrones, yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's that same thing. They cut their face off. Which is also terrifying in its own way, but this is more of a. It's supposed to
I
be
still
more
like the
fantasy,
opening
so-
up like a Pez dispenser idea. That's me.
I'm going off of what Zweihander has for me, and it's simple. It's simpler for me to go off of that because that's the image I had in my mind anyway.
I was just
But-
being a goof.
You were. It's a good goof.
It's a good
I like
bit.
Yeah, no, they just haven't found the right person they want to change into, especially because you were like, hey, somebody who's fairly powerful, and she's just like,
Power.
powerful, you say?
Just shreds, you say.
Just shreds, you say. So yeah, and 100 reward points, everybody. Good job.
Yay!
Bonus.
We're actually 3 away from being able to change our class thingy.
Hey, new careers.
I haven't found justification to be a necromancer. Boo.
You are literally in the wrong church to be a necromancer.
That is not
You're gonna be
true.
in a apothecary
That is not
today.
true. If I had gained any more chaos ranks than I have been in order, I could have very easily gone down the dark path.
Yeah, and then you would get kicked out of the custodian.
Oh, of course. That is absolutely what that would have been. But that would have been the story progression. It just didn't work that way. It's like I could be
No, it
very
didn't.
very anti-undead or could have gone super undead.
Look, you just have to do the corruption things. You gotta be.
I gotta be mean to people. No.
Yeah.
Apparently, I have to be very melancholy for my chaos
happens
alignment.
I
when
mean,
you
you don't
fill
have to be
your-
mean to people to be fair. I actually got corruption for tilting all the paintings on somebody's wall.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like doing
That's
drugs
fucked up.
and getting it. I mean, getting injuries gets you corruption. Like, you know.
Mhm.
What were you asking, Atron?
What happens when you fill your order ups?
You get a fate point.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Yeah, I'm
only,
too.
it's,
Actually, I'm so close.
it's generally the only way to get fate points.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait, we're 3 away from changing out? I still have so many ticks on here. You have to fill your
Yeah.
thingy up.
Yeah, you have to fill. You have to.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to
I
fill
only have
literally every.
three. I only have
advanced one
3 that I have to tick up.
Yeah,
I have-
So,
I have
Bryn, I
four.
think you're
I have
behind.
6.
6.
After
I have 2.
What's
Yeah, you should-
happening? What is happening?
I thought we were all on the same speed.
I
What?
have-
Well,
I
we got
have
100 reward points each time, right?
Yeah, and this is session number 8, so you should
And you
have.
spend 9 total, so there.
Yes.
We should have
5,
1600
6,
experience,
7,
right?
8,
Just so that I'm.
9.
17.
No,
is
it would
what I
be
have.
17.
I have
It would
18.
be 1700.
You should have. This session, you should have.
If we have 1800 this session, there's only 2 ticks left for us.
You should have 1800
No.
this session. There should
Hey!
be 3 ticks left, but you should have 1800 this
Oh.
because you have to spend 100 to get your professional trait, and then you have the 900 to spend during character creation. So you would have 9 filled out in character creation, and then you get another
Yep.
8 over the last 8 sessions.
Makes sense.
So, right,
but-
then we have 3 ticks left. Then.
You have 3
Yeah,
ticks.
So then
yeah.
I'm just
6, 7.
I don't understand how I'm missing 2 ticks then because I've leveled up at the end of every session. Okay, no, I'm gonna just catch up.
I
because
think what happened is we had some confusion about how like reward points and stuff worked, and that may not have went
carried over.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, well I will just up mine. We should be 3 away then.
You get two
Yeah.
two free things there.
Yeah,
right?
2 free
It's-
things.
You should have 1,800 experience.
Yeah.
Is how much you should have in total.
Cool. I'm up
You will
to date.
need. Yeah, good job.
Rumor,
Which
handle
means
animal.
you will need another. It'll be another 5 sessions before you can get a new career. Yeah. What's up?
Oh.
Or I get more reward points.
No, I was just counting.
Okay, cool.
So wait, why is it 5 sessions? I thought we only had 3 ticks left. So after
you do the 3 ticks, and then you have to buy the new professional trait for the next career, which is 200.
I see.
Yeah. Unless you like solve the conspiracy or something else big, and then I'm like, fuck it, reward points. You're an intermediate tier now.
All right, so
Which
I
is
ticked
totally-
I ticked up rumor, handle animal, and willpower bonus.
Hey,
to
you can
get
ride a
caught
horse.
up. Well,
No, you need ride to ride a horse.
Oh, you need ride horse to ride a horse. That's
yeah.
right.
The handle animal is just accounting for last session where I threw my purse dog at somebody.
The question is, did the dog ever come back? That's what we really need to know.
I mean, we haven't covered it, so I'm gonna say yes.
Roll it. Just roll the 100s.
It's like they just hang out in the purse until they're needed.
First dog. Oh no.
Oh no,
That's bad. That's a high roll.
You got
gotta get me a new dog.
you got that fortune point.
I do. I'm
My
gonna
thing
spend
is-
that last fortune point.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. Do it. Do
Kill
it.
the poor
There we
dog.
go.
There you go.
All right, the dog's back. Yeah. you
Don't
have
kill the dog.
Yay.
It wasn't dead. It just it didn't return to you. It's fine. It got lost in the fight.
I-
Okay, so that's the end of the session.
I hope
Hi,
you
I'm
keep
Outro.
that dog because I might get the intermediate class might allow me to talk to wolves and wolf-like things. So dogs.
Interesting.
Just talk to dogs.
Just talk to dogs.
Talk
My
to
intermediate
What up,
tier is
dog?
just going to be an apothecary.
It
again.
counts as a supernatural ability.
You're doing apothecary twice. Just
Yeah, I
doubling
think
up on
so.
apothecary. Okay. As you do. You
I'm
don't get a cool professional trait, but you get more skills, which is good.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna go into for my secondary one.
I actually have to go into like a soldier type of thing.
Oh, I'm
Berserker.
definitely going to become a drowned one. I'm definitely going to go harder into religion and weird magic.
Yeah, I think
Do it.
I think
Weird
my
magic.
I think my only real choice is the augur one, and it's like, okay, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you get to decide. Like, you know.
Where do you get the married to a prince like
Yeah,
that?
what does that? Where does that lead? If I
You have to find a frog to kiss.
Probably out of PCdom into NPCdom.
I mean, that's fine too. I can play the prostitute or somebody else. It's I gave you the
Look, I was
prostitute.
gonna take courtesan for the dominatrix stuff.
Nice.
as you do. Maybe it's.
I'll just roll a blitz baller.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a whole bunch of things in Main Ghost that I need to look at.
Yes, dude.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't be an apothecary. again.
My eventual goal is definitely the barbarian one. The heck is it
Berserker
called?
isn't the
yeah.
Berserker isn't even an advanced class. You can go straight into it.
I can't though.
Yes, you
You
can.
actually-
It's not an advanced class.
I
It's
don't
skill.
have the prereqs for it, dude.
Yeah, you need there's prereqs for that.
You
class.
need prereqs for
Career.
something that you can just roll into at the beginning of the game, because it's a standard class. It's not a advanced class.
Oh, Jesus.
I know for a fact that when I
No,
looked at
it's
it,
Berserker.
it had prerequisites.
What's it
Possession.
called?
Berserker.
It's Berserker?
Yeah.
Berserker. Yeah, there's Berserker and then there's Reaver, which are two different ones. Yeah, Berserker doesn't have any prereqs.
Also, outro. I'm gonna say, like, while you seem interested in alchemist, there is also Quacksalver, which is just a snake oil salesman.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Well,
I
then
don't.
I will be going into Berserker then. That's awesome. Thank
Alright.
you, Outro, because I never would have known that. I
So-
was under the impression that
So, what is the requirement of just doing
I
the
wonder what the hell
regular
I was looking
classes
at then.
then?
There is just buying. You just have to buy the professional trait.
So I could just.
Okay. Actually, no. There are two things. You have to buy the professional trait, and it has to be in your archetype, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, it seems kind of weird I could just jump over to a martial one, but alright.
Yeah, you should peruse the professions that are within your archetype to get an idea of what you can enter, because it has to be in your archetype to do it, to freely do it. So, for professional, outside your archetype. Basically, if you want to do something outside your archetype, or you want to go to an X profession, you got to talk to me, the GM, to do it. Because also there's some like other requirements you might have.
Yeah.
Anyway,
makes sense.
let's do some outros with outro.
Starting with outro.
Hi, I'm Outro. I have taken a week and a half break from streaming, and I will be returning next Monday to finish off Persona 5, the Royal. We are in blank palace, Shido's palace at this point. I guess it's okay to spoil.
Camera's cut out again. Jesus.
Uh-oh.
I don't.
What?
You can keep going. It just cut off.
Next Monday, I will start streaming again. Otherwise, you can find me here on Thursdays playing the game.
Next Monday, you will kill God. Excellent.
I mean, I still have like 2 or 3 full dungeons to go through before that.
Oh my God.
happens.
Yeah,
The end of Persona 5 is like the longest end of a game ever. And
It's
not
so
to mention
long.
there's a 3rd semester in Royal.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, that. Breaking news, everybody. You have to wait on Gaucho killing God. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a while.
Unthinkable.
I think you kill God before the 3rd semester, though. Then
Oh.
you probably just take care of some less interesting shit.
3rd semester, you become God.
No, there is no God. You just kill the God. Don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
Easy.
But that's me.
Yeah, that's clearly how it works.
Who's next?
I'll be next. Why not?
We can do Kelsa. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa. Twitch and YouTube, it's Kelsa Delphi. In addition to being here for Zweihander on Thursdays, every other Saturday, we're over on my channel playing Republic City by Night, which is a Legend of Korra inspired Forged in the Dark game, which I'm certain that Saint will talk more about. And every other Monday, we are playing For Love of the Crown, which is a long-form version of The King is Dead, which is a GM-less game about Civil War, sort of. Anyway, that's what I'm currently doing. Last week we did not have any games due to reasons,
The world being on fire.
civil unrest. So this week we should be getting back to it, though.
Alright. How about Rhys?
Hello, everybody. I am Rhys. You can find me here on Thursdays and follow my Twitter at Rhys Dragon. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have going right now. That's all, folks.
Shae.
Hello everyone, I'm Shae, member of Party White Gaming. You can find me here on Party White Gaming's channels most days of the week. I am also an artist. I got my Patreon set up, which is Patreon/ShaeGem. I am, once I start getting patrons who can vote, I'm going to be starting up a little narrative thing where folks get to vote on what happens to a character, what a character does, and a little story, and I will draw the scenes for that. I will also be drawing on my stream from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, probably, let's see, around 5:30 East, and on to just before streams on Party White Gaming. My Twitter handle is also at @GemShae, which I need to post some more stuff. And I will get to that.
Saint.
Hi, everybody. My name is Saintguard. I'm a writing streamer, voice actor, GM, and sometimes GM of tabletop role-playing games. Like right now. Whoa! You can find me here on Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Pacific doing Zweihander things, muddling through the book and playing almost the entire populace of the Republic of Sedef. It's fine. You can also find me on my own channel, twitch.tv/Saintguard. I do a variety of games over there. Currently, I'm doing Yakuza Kiwami 2, and I'm taking a break from the Ace Attorney series, and we're playing a few different games. I've been playing Signs of the Sojourner, which is a cool conversation-based deck builder. Though this weekend, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure that out. I might do some Twitch sings. It'll be cool. You can also check me out on social media at Twitter. On Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, it's at Saintguard, that's my username with the LY at the end. On Instagram, it's just my username. Very convenient. On the game design front, I have a Patreon. It's Saintguard. It is also my username. Over there, you can find Republic City by Night, a Legend of Korra Forged in the Dark game. And you can find there's been a murder if you're a patron, which is a murder mystery hack of Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands, in which somebody gets murdered and you have to figure out who among you murdered them, but it's not designated. You got to figure out among yourselves who did it, because you can't get out until somebody's blamed, even if none of you did it. Like we had on this channel, Packet Loss. But yeah, also, of course, my other jamming things on Saturdays, as Kelsa mentioned, every other week, I do jamming for the playtest of my own game, which is Republic City by Night, with the G-Dow Detectives, a group of intrepid private investigators in Republic City. Currently, they're about to go investigate some stuff with the Pro Bending Federation. That's all I will say about that, because they don't know that much either. They're going to find out. Nothing bad will happen.
Nothing
ever.
bad happens.
Nothing bad happens. There will be no repercussions. There will be no repercussions.
Bad happens.
There will be no
corruption
repercussions
in bossing, say.
No,
See,
definitely not.
I have a different thing to chime in on. I just really want to make a parody game called Yakuza Kawaii, and everybody just has sparkle eyes.
Look, we
Get
can.
out.
Bishi Yakuza is definitely a game I could play.
Yeah.
Just have Bishi shine at everybody. Yeah, there'd definitely be no repercussions for stopping a turf war and smashing another private investigative firm in the face. Nothing bad could happen. What would that be? Yeah, that's me. That's everything.
All right. Well, hi, I'm Rhys of Party Wipe Games. You're currently watching our show. Thanks for stopping by. We had up to like 18 people watching during the main part of the show today, so thank you, everybody. Thanks for the bit drops. Thanks for the subs. If you are interested in supporting us, you can check out our Patreon, where we have readjusted our reward tiers, where you can do things like make NPCs to show up for the games that Saint is not running, because he seems to really enjoy making his own NPCs. He has charts and everything. We play a lot of games most days of the week, including Homebrew, 5th Edition, Dungeons & Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade. I am looking into starting up a Fallout game now that our secondary Zweihander seem to have fallen through, now that we're 11 days into the month that we should have been doing it here. We are also looking to probably start up the reading again on Fridays, even though I say that's what we're going to do every week. But I am also returning to work 5 days a week with the reopening of the country in the midst of the second wave of the pandemic, so we'll see how long that lasts. Otherwise, that's it. You can check us out again on Saturday for Tomb of Annihilation, where I'll be running. The people have to go to Mesro finally, because we did not run last week because a lot of people were sick or not available and all the fun stuff. But otherwise, we are going to go raid Unmade Gaming. They are playing a space game, so go check them out, enjoy some space, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Why?
Wow.